Either way, you're all wrong.
Whatever. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, little bit late, but better late than never. It is time for another session of World of Darkness, Vampire the Requiem, with our lovely and wonderful streamers, Third and DCL, who doesn't have a single syllable version of his name.
Hmm?
Never mind. Does anyone remember what you did last session, or shall I give you the old recap? Because I keep session notes.
I remember.
All I remember is the song "Sound of the Police," and I think I CQC'd some guy.
You did do some CQC.
Yeah, there was
I
CQ.
remember.
There was the police. Stole.
We went to the Bride of Dracula first.
Actually, the very first thing you did was watch a video at the theatre. You went back to the theatre for your re-meet after you did all your evening preparations, quote unquote, and you found out that there was some kind of orb in a brown paper bag.
I remember Third proving that Rose is the whitest thief ever.
She is pretty white.
What?
There was a perfectly good crossbow, and you didn't steal it just for the sake of stealing it.
What's this? Why steal a fucking crossbow?
Freaking because
Who's
it's there.
gonna use a crossbow?
Because it's there and you could steal it.
That's why I stole the jewels.
Freaking only stealing the jewels and not stealing the crossbow is exactly what I mean by the whitest thief.
Yep.
You can't tell me a black thief would take the crossbow.
The black thief would totally take the crossbow because it's the fucking crossbow.
I'd love if this was a discussion being had between Zaire and Rose, like, you left a perfectly good crossbow behind. Why would you do this?
Like, even in character, Zaire would be like that. Why did you leave the perfectly good crossbow behind? The only reason why we didn't have that argument in character is because Zaire didn't see the crossbow.
It's a crossbow. Why would I steal a crossbow?
It's true. Also, I mean, stealing a murder weapon or potential murder weapon is probably bad form. I mean, stealing evidence from an evidence locker of any kind is usually bad form, but you've done that. FYI, that crossbow had a magic bolt, but you know, whatever.
Well, crossbow because it's a crossbow.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you there was a guy who reckoned Alifia's name after getting dominated by I believe it was Timothy Lee's superpowers to try and reveal information. There was a sudden predatory aura. You got in a fight. Zaire CQC'd the shit out of a guy. Neither of them actually landed a punch on each other, which is for the best because that meant that Madame Elder Bride, as in Bride of the Brides of Dracula, sort of just settled the whole thing now. Was it Rose's powers?
Oh shit, would that
You
have
got
gone
dominated?
south? Actually?
Yeah, it was
Would
Rose.
that have
got
gone
dominated.
south if I actually drew my knife and or gun?
Yes. If you'd landed a hit on him, then it probably would have ended with him at least dropping you to near re-death. Because he had, at least him trying, and then if somehow he failed with as many levels higher than you, quote unquote levels, because they aren't really the same thing in this. If he actually failed in that fight against you, then it would have gotten even worse because there was an elder, a few rooms away.
So what you're saying is I handled that situation in the best way possible.
You did. You handled it perfectly. But anyway, some more information was gathered, and Rose found out that her date, I guess, her flame, her kiss target, Emma's missing date was Etienne, and an address was acquired. Then they went to the police station. There was some expert lying done downstairs that we skipped over because it was late in the evening, but you fucking critted your role so hard. I was like, you can make up whatever you want. They're apparently going to believe you. And then Rose gathered a bunch of information, watched a bunch of tapes, and passed on that information to the others afterwards, in that it seemed like these two people had an argument, that you have a confirmed appearance for Etienne, who burned the shit out of your target guy, Alpheus, or Althea. Have I written that down twice differently? I have. I've actually written down Althea's name differently twice. Well done, me. You have an appearance for Etienne, who killed Althea with some kind of orb inside a paper bag. Didn't resemble an incendiary device, but at the same time it still could just literally have been in some kind of incendiary device, and vampires are pretty prone to bursting into flames when exposed to quick hot fire. And then you have other addresses. Apparently this isn't the first scuffle that has also happened in Etienne's local area. And I believe we are going to either... In fact, I guess the option is yours. Do you call it a night as characters when you are done there and to regather the following evening? Or do you move on to another target? The time in game will have been, I believe, 3 in the morning.
And the sun rises around 5 or 6.
In this case, it would be 6:30 because you're approaching, you're in September and you're in autumn right now. So you 6:30 is as much as you would be willing to push it, but you've still at least got a couple of hours of grace before you're forced back to cover, as it were.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I almost think it'd be wise to push it, but 3 hours is not much time.
1 lead at most.
Agreed.
It's fine. Okay, then. If your characters wish to call it for that evening, you can all regather yourselves the following evening, down -1 vitae for everyone as well, for, passing a day. We will boop you over to our...
Wait, were we agreeing to call it a night there?
I thought you had just then.
I thought I said one more lead.
Oh, one more lead. Okay, then cool. Where do you want to go to next? Let's boop you over to the map. Okay. So, currently, the mystery machine is by the police station. You are aware of Etienne's residence being right there, and there being a record of some scuffle or missing persons case right nearby. In the danger zone.
Danger zone.
Mm-hmm. Let's have a look here. You could return to the Brides of Dracula, or you could go to the Elysium with the information you have and see if they have any assistance for you. Also, the club owner of the Little Inferno hasn't been inspected. Trying to think of anything else that you guys had on potential places. I think that covers it.
So we got the danger zone. The fight had scuffle broken out. Kind of want to investigate that.
Okay then.
It seems like that might devolve quickly into something that would take a while, though.
I mean, does it have any more people around? Or is it just a quick look at the scene? And what else was there?
Adjacent to the Little Inferno, or technically connected to it, was the actual owner of the place. When last you'd looked, it was locked and he wasn't there. But I mean, this whole thing did go down in its location. Also, there is, of course, your home grounds, quote unquote, the Elysium, where the person who wanted this information resides and may have more for you.
I would almost say the Elysium. I'd
Anybody
hate to go to Etienne's place and get caught in a fight when it's gonna be dawn soon.
Either that or wrapping things up for the Little Inferno.
All right.
I would rather we interview than returning to the mistress with what little we have.
Guess we can go speak to the owner of the Little Inferno.
Okay then. It's like a mile up road and there is no traffic at all, so it takes you barely any time at all to get there.
Possible information could he have, though?
Tell you what, there's probably some kind of skill check related to that. Boop doop doo doo doo.
What kind of skill check?
Num num. Is there anyone related to just knowledge in general? If anyone has that kind of information.
Academics.
Academics. Okay. It is a location that you know, so even without academics, you can make an unskilled check if you would like. But I'm pretty sure it's way outside of your wheelhouse.
I have a lot in academics. Is that what we're rolling?
Yes, if you would like to.
Intelligence academics, yes.
Correct. You gotta smash your two brain smarts powers together.
Can I do that as well? I've got a dot in academics.
Absolutely, everyone can give it a go if they have the means. Heck, you can give it the go if you're unskilled. You might get lucky. Okay, that's still a basic success. Timothy Lee don't know shit about nothing. Alright. Claire, when it's brought up like what information could possibly be gotten from the Little Inferno, you're aware that it's possibly because you've had to do such a thing before. When people do things like trade for special goods, they don't just drop in unannounced. The owner, Dante himself, might actually, know about the trading going on, or if there was more intended on that kind of stuff. Also, he has either assisted the police or he's hidden details because, fucking a vampire went haywire in his establishment and no one's like, that's weird, what's with the weird vampire signs going on around here?
Yeah, I got you.
So, it stands to reason that he at least has some information or can be used to corroborate some of what you already know.
Yeah, I will relay that information. It's it's possible that he knows more than what he let on to the police. Probable even.
I suppose.
Every club has a top man, and the top man tends to know what the fuck is up in his house. Yeah, okay then. Heading up to Little Inferno, as I say, it's a mile away and it's 3 a.m, so there is fuck all traffic, even in a city that never sleeps. You don't tend to expect lots of people driving at this time of night. Plenty of drunk stumblers, on the streets, but otherwise you're okay. And alright. When you arrive at the Little Inferno, it's a typical appearance. You can see that there is a locked van out front of the location now, though. Appears to be the name of some maintenance company, and the police tape has been taken away, so it looks like repairs have begun in that location. But as you would expect, no one works at 3 a.m. Hell, people barely work at normal working hours. You get what you pay for. So it is, to use a silly term, it is dead quiet out.
Ha ha ha.
Zaire wants to shoot something, but he doesn't know exactly what.
You can shoot a
Probably the
van.
invisible voice that just made that horrible joke.
Look, the joke was inside you all along.
Damn you, fourth wall.
Yeah, the joke was a part of you. And yes, around the back of the building is Dante's home.
Since you're the most familiar, Rose, you want to knock on the door?
No, feel free.
Okay.
Say, Rose, how would you describe Dante?
I probably wouldn't. I just go to the place. I don't know people.
I'm inviting you to invent his appearance.
I don't know.
Fuck it. Alright.
Black guy, shaved head,
Sweet.
very jovial.
Jovial, shaved head, black dude. Okay. I wonder if I have a token that's just black dude. I'm disappointed I don't.
Alright, DC, I'll take a picture of yourself.
Yeah, but he's not shaved head. Or jovial, frankly. If you'd said salty, dreaded caramel dreamboat, you'd be there.
Caramel dreamboat.
I'm so confused.
Good times. Okay. Yeah, alright. Shaven-headed, jovial black dude, Dante, is the owner of the location. Yep, and his home is... It's probably quite small, judging by the fact that it's attached to the bar. Or club, I guess. A little set of stairs where you can see a little alcove. You would imagine hobos would collapse and sleep there, everyone with the fact that they'd probably not be there the following morning for obvious reasons. You know, it's not pleasant though. It's on the edge of Skyrise and close to the roads where, you know, you get fucking gangs wandering by. It's at the limits of where people will actually actively patrol. They're close enough that if there were a scuffle at the Little Inferno, then, I don't know, fire services and police would totally turn up, but they aren't really moving right over there.
How about that?
Alright.
Okay, so yeah, who's up to the door then?
I guess I will knock on the door if no one else will.
Okay. As you approach the door itself, can you give me a composure wits check, please?
Okay. Let me open up my character sheet. There's composure and wits.
Yep.
I have a lot of that.
Yeah, it's because it's the skill closest associated to perception checks. That's kind of your jam. Okay. As you're approaching the door, before you even knock on it, you can see that there is a doorbell on the side and it's been completely smashed. And you can see that the lock for this door, you can see like scuffs and scratches along the inside where the key belongs. It doesn't look like the case of some drunk guy failing to put his key in a bunch of times. Looks like someone's attempted to pick this door, and they've done a shit job of it.
Shit. Zaire is going to put his hand on his gun, kind of let himself be visibly known that there's something wrong. He's going to try to push the door, see if it's already open.
Okay. When you push the door, presumably push down the handle itself, because the door still wouldn't open on its own. But yes, if you push the handle down and push on the door opens about an inch, and then there's a as it bumps into something quite hard on the other side of the door.
Alright, Zaire, I'm not sure that's how you're supposed to knock.
Zaire's going to check to see what's on the other side of the door very carefully. Just to not overexpose himself for an easy shot.
It's hard to say. You probably notice quite quickly that it smells of rust and dust in there. Indeed, not just rust. You know the smell quite well, considering your kindred. You smell blood. And there is no lighting inside, and the light from the streets is relatively dim, so it's hard to make out much of anything.
Do I know if it's enough blood to be a murder or a fight?
Tell you what, give me another wits composure. You can't gauge the quantity of blood by smell.
Okay. So blood doesn't get... Okay.
I mean, yes, the smell would grow more intense, but you can't just be like, I know exactly how much blood this is.
Well, I mean, not like how much, but I mean, like, could I say, wow, this is enough blood for someone totally to be dead?
No, you're getting confusing
signals. How much?
Yeah, let's put it this way, you're getting mixed signals anyway.
Alright. Well, obvious turn to the party. Be on your guard. Something is wrong. And Zaire's going to pretty much step back and make an obvious motion of preparing to kick down the door.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to make a strength check just on this door.
Alright. I was giving people a chance to, if they want to stop me and do something, but since nobody is. No,
Hey,
strength is
Hold on, Zaire.
Pause, boot
So,
in the air.
I mean, Zaire will stop.
While we are quite obviously going to be going into a... from your stance, I assume we're going into a combat situation, but it might be better for Rose to attempt to pick the door than for you to kick it down and...
The door opened. It's opened about an inch up and then bashed into something that's behind it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did it bash into something, or was there like one of them chains?
It's not a chain lock, no. There's an object there.
Alright, move out of the way, guys.
I'm not sure that is wise.
I'm not
There could
sure
be
what
some-
is wise.
If you check the door, there could be something on the other side waiting.
Just
At
look.
that, oh, at that, Claire will lash out with beast hackles to sense danger. Yep, I think that's the one. Or is that uncanny?
Yep, that's right. Nope, it's beast shackles will tell you if
Shackles.
you sense threat.
Yeah, I will tell them to hang on, and let me find.
Oh, hello, phone. You sit over there out of the way. Okay, is there a role involved with beast hackles?
Yes, I was just making sure everything else was clicked off before I did.
Cool. I love the roller that they've built for this. Excellent. Okay. You don't sense a threat, or at least no one's aiming threatening thoughts in your general direction or your party's.
Yes. Yes, and I will wave my hand. Continue.
Alright, move out of the way, Zaire.
Aww. Zaire will do so, but he's keeping his stance ready.
Get a little bit of blood. And touch that door. With skeleton key.
Okay then, I have sent you a question by Whisper. Can you confirm with a yes or no?
I would say yes.
Alright, okay then.
It does say if the door is barricaded in any other way, the obstructions immediately fall to the side.
Okay then. It's when you put your power to this door, it's not quite the same as usual. It's possible that it's because technically this door you're trying to open is already open.
Yeah, but it's
Of course, yes, no. Allow me to finish flavor textifying. And the reason you realize that there's some kind of delay is that something had to roll away from the door before it will then swing all the way open.
Once the door is open,
On the
Zaire.
floor to your right, now having been rolled out of the way, is a body.
I was totally thinking it would be a keg. Never mind.
You
Okay,
wish.
Zaire is still going to move into the house past it. And he's going to go, you guys check the body. I'm going to make sure the house is secure.
Claire's gonna glance up and down the street before stepping in. What's a perception for this to see if anyone's watching us right now?
Wit's composure is the closest, unless you have special skills related to it. I believe Rose has the one for whatever the fuck it is.
what?
Trained observer. You could also do this with your improved skill-a-majig.
What's composure?
Yeah, you have your observer power plus Wit's composure. Okay.
One success. Why
Um,
can I roll in this game?
I don't know. You don't detect anyone like looking in on you at all. Likewise, Rose confirms that doesn't seem to be anyone.
When stepping in, Claire will slowly pull out her gun. Yep. And follow Zaire in.
Okay, great. The room itself is very dark. There are no like open curtains, so there's no source of light into the room. There is a light switch, of course, and this building, compared to the outed power of the Little Inferno, appears to be actually, it probably isn't a flicked breaker right now, judging by the fact that you can see like an oven clock on the far side of the room. Okay then. Zaire, the room that you're in, it's like I'm sure you've been in cheap, shitty studio apartments before where everything is mashed into one single room.
Oh, so you mean like most of college dorms anyways?
Yeah, there you have it. Except there is a staircase pressed up against the wall that leads upwards. On this floor is like the lounge mashed into the kitchen portion of the room. Like all of the living space has been put in one place, and you suspect that like a bedroom and a study must be upstairs. But it's all very compact, cheap living style.
All right.
You don't see anything on this floor currently, except for someone literally on the floor and your group.
Any places
How-
to hide?
Possibly behind a sofa.
I mean, does it look like anybody's sitting behind the sofa? I'm gonna go check. I'll check the room real quick.
All right then. You can case the room. If you've got a skill related to that, then please go ahead and do so. But nothing immediately jumps out at you, which is probably a good sign.
How old is this building? Not like exact date, but is it modern building? Older?
It was probably one of those sort of like modern up and coming buildings back in like the 80s that has now just to become very decrepit in low quantities of maintenance. This guy doesn't have double glazed windows.
So what you're saying is no secret speakeasy entrance. Gotcha.
It is unlikely that you would find secret speakeasy entrances, correct.
I got 3 successes.
Okay then.
That's a lot of successes.
It is, but it's also meaningless compared to 1 success until you hit 5. Hooray. In this case, yes, when you're looking around, you don't see anyone, which is 1 start. Also, Lily, your microphone is buzzing for a sec there.
Sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, you don't see signs of a scuffle and you don't see people. But there's a dead body in that room, so there should totally be signs of a scuffle. Like, if you got in a fight, then it would look like some kind of ninja showdown went on in the building, but nothing.
It's almost like he died without putting up a fight.
I think that's called stealth, Zaire.
But it's his own home.
Claire will investigate the body.
Excellent.
We'll continue upstairs.
I'm going to use a check for this. I think it'd be intelligence investigation.
That sounds pretty valid to me.
See, I can roll in this game.
Yep. Just as a bonus, can you give me an empathy check?
Okay, just raw empathy.
Yes, please.
No way. No way.
Oh, sweet. Well done. Okay. So the very first thing you notice about this body is that it is stone cold, as though it had been dead for a long time. But there is no sign of, like, rotting or anything. Indeed, this body is unnaturally dried out. You look over for the slightly more obvious signs of things like, I don't know, say the kiss, for instance. Don't see anything resembling it at the very least. This doesn't look like someone who was drained of their blood. More like all of their moisture is gone. But this body has a huge gaping like puncture wound through the sternum, or well, just below the sternum, where it's gone right through them and into their back. But you don't see bloodstains anywhere either.
So it looks mummified.
Correct. And also with your empathy, you can see by the face that although it's got the natural like death grimace that is caused by a face, pulling back and contorting as a body dries out, the eyes were at least began closed, and the expression is quote unquote peaceful. You've probably seen death before, and this person was not like screaming or anything. Like their mouth isn't an open rictus; it's just a grin. The grin of the dead.
Despite how mummified the body is, can I get a guesstimation as to the race? Not like kindred race or stuff like that. Like what skin color?
I was going to say, hopefully you don't mean like elf or gnome. You literally just mean, is this a black dude? It's a black dude. The shaved head.
Aww.
Has Claire ever did Rose
Trees.
say that she had never seen him before? Is that it? Just didn't know him or never seen him before? Rose, is this the owner of the establishment?
It was.
I don't know. I don't recall ever seeing a corpse in there. But
Actually, surely you did. there are vampires around.
Probably did. They had one of them old little chutes where they just dump bodies in the basement.
Oh my little spider friend. She's making a huge web, like fucking massive
Nice.
web. Good for you, little girl. Keeping all them flies and other spiders away. I say
And
little girl.
mosquitoes.
She's bigger every fucking day.
Friggin' hate mosquitoes. There's so many.
Don't get them here in England. Not a problem. Okay. Yeah.
I suppose it could be. I never really talked with him. I suppose if he were a little bit more, not dead.
If you were more jovial.
Well, he is smiling. Even in death, he's a jovial dude.
Yeah. Good for him. Alright, excellent. Okay. Through the rest of the building, Zaire, when you head up topside, can you give me another wits composure, please? Excellent.
Since Timothy's backing Zaire up, should I make one of those as well?
Oh, excellent. Yes, if you're right there, please do. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Okay. Alright, when you're going through, it's much a similar case as you're looking through this room. Except there's like something slightly off in this room. Again, it's that smell of blood, but there's that dustiness to it. This room is literally made up of like a study desk and a little bookcase on one half of the room, and then the other half is a bed and then a little other desk and a laptop. There are no open windows out here, so there's not exactly light coming into this room either. But there is something on the wall. It's kind of hard to make out against the dark wallpaper, however.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to admit something that I hate admitting. I wasn't paying attention there. Can you say all that to me again?
Okay. When you go up, when you go upstairs, that studio theme continues on. The room is, if you could think of it as such, broken into two halves. One half of the room is the bed, a side table, and a little laptop. There is a closed curtain window, like above the bed. On the other side of the room is a little study desk, a tiny bookcase, and possibly other stuff. On one of the walls, however, something seems to be on the wall, but it's hard to tell because the room is dark, there is no light coming in, and the wallpaper itself is quite dark.
Is there any light switch around?
There is indeed.
Wait. Before I go for light switch, I'll just use the flashlight I have.
Okay, excellent. Starting from one end of the wall to the other, you can see that there is writing. Not only that, it appears to be written in almost certainly blood. It's dry and it's soaked into the wallpaper quite a bit, so it hasn't all completely like flaked away or become a rusty mess.
What does it say?
It says, "You'll get all of yours, vampires."
This makes Zaire dramatically frown. Is there anything else around the room? He'll level his flashlight around and kind of make sure to do checks around the place.
Otherwise it looks like a normal room.
The message says, "You'll get yours, vampires," right?
Yep.
Alright, Zaire will put away his gun and knife and go back downstairs.
Alright, okay, great.
Timothy would, I think, spend a little while examining that room, seeing if there's anything special in it, and trying to deduce why they put the message there rather than downstairs.
Excellent. You may certainly deduce away. Have a look. Ow. DCL, please stop hitting your microphone.
It's investigation.
That's right. What's investigation?
Beating it like a red-headed stepchild.
I wouldn't have any experience in that, but okay.
Beating it like it's a wang and you got the death grip going for you.
Aww.
Hey, would you like a dramatic failure?
You know what? Sure.
Alright, take the beat. There is absolutely nothing of use in this room.
Was this the floor above where I'm at?
Correct.
Okay. Claire will continue what?
Like the NYPD up in here.
Pretty much. I did put ranks in investigation, but not as many as Timothy. Claire's gonna look around the room where the body is.
Okay. Yep, you can make a wits investigation as well.
I will also look around where the body is.
Okay. Oh, does Rose use her special eyes? Special eye.
Special eyes.
Claire's.
That's always on.
That's always
Also-
on, huh?
Yeah.
Can you roll me a
So if
chance
there
die?
was a ghost.
Yeah, could you roll me a chance die, please?
Also, as you recall, Claire has acute senses as well. I'm not sure if that'll factor into anything.
It very well might.
There's my chance die.
Okay. No, you don't see a ghost wandering around.
Okay. Shall
Okay,
I still roll my wits and investigation?
you're very welcome to do so. Sweet. Okay then. Claire, when you're looking over the body again, and like around the body, it still seems just incredibly strange that there are no signs of a fight. But you know, eventually look inside the chest cavity that has been torn into it. And, would you say you get a bit hands-on with it?
She'll probably put on some gloves. She's she probably has those for, looking through old tomes so you don't get, even though she's dead, there can still be like dead skin particles, stuff like that destroy books. So she probably has a pair of those.
Yep, cool. Although very recently I was taught that that's actually... Yeah, I was very recently taught that that's no longer actually the done thing.
Really?
Yes, because the loss of sensitivity in your fingers when you're wearing gloves increases the risk that you will just damage the book anyway. So the cost of oils versus potential damage, oils always wins.
Huh. I guess she wouldn't have them then. She would probably know that. Oh well. Yeah, she'll just, get on in there. It's a mummy.
Yep, excellent. Okay. When you reach on inside, you find some kind of object. Yeah, you find a piece of paper that says, "I prepared explosive runes today." No. There is some
I was half
kind...
expecting the body to be booby trapped.
Yeah, no, there is some kind of object in there.
She can see in the dark. Is there any way that she could actually peer in there without having to flick on a light or anything, or having?
Oh
to
yeah,
hover around
you
in
can
there?
get your face all up in there. It looks like someone put a jar in there, but the contents are now missing. Like with the whole facing outwards.
Put an entire jar.
About fist sized.
You let me. This is a surprising fetish.
Can I investigate the jar further to see if it would actually hurt me if I would try to yank it out?
With what kind of skill would you like to do that with? You tell me.
I would probably that'd probably be like what, wits and hang on.
Tell you what, give me a wits occult. It's a
It's
crapshoot.
fine.
It looks like
Everything's
a
fine.
it looks like a normal jar, and you don't know one way or the other.
Everything will be daijobu.
I will tell Rose that I found a jar inside of his chest cavity.
Excellent.
Yes. She's in the same room, right?
Yeah, she's also looking around. Is there anything that Rose looks at in particular while Claire's getting hands-on with the body?
That sounded sexual.
Lily?
Secret necrophiliac.
Did Third die? I think Third might have died.
Oh, she's muted.
She might be dealing with puppies.
She might be dealing with Borks, it's true. Okay, well...
Such pork.
Yeah, she is technically in the room, and she's looking at other shit herself.
Is there a kitchen?
Yep, it's literally the same room. Lounge and kitchen
Okay.
and shared rooms.
I'm gonna look for a pair of meat tongs.
Yeah, they're rummaging around. You can find them, like, literally resting inside the oven there.
I was indeed dealing with barfs.
Figured.
Awesome. Is there anything in particular you're looking for in that room while Claire's in the body?
No, just kind of.
Kind of eyeing the place up. Hoping the
I'm
storyteller
gonna
will tell
ask
you
Claire
things.
to like poke around in the mouth.
Claire will do so.
Okay, excellent. When you come back with your tongs and poke around in the mouth, let's have a think.
Are there
Use the tongs to.
Are there what?
Can use the tongs.
fangs?
You don't see fangs.
You what, mate?
What?
It is not Kindred.
Ooh. Then again, don't Kindred like when they're killed, completely desiccate? Depending on their age, some just turn to dust. But
That's what I was thinking. If he's not dust yet, we could like pour some blood into his mouth.
but he's not Kindred.
If he were Kindred.
Okay, that was all
There
out of character.
are ways to like you can turn someone posthumously. That is absolutely a thing. If you
The Maquette have an entire thing of embracing someone after death, and their weird shadow goes and tries to ruin their lives.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant thing.
it's not, but we could.
What options?
It is entirely
I will
an
tell-
option.
I will tell you that Claire is not going to do that. All right. So the teeth are, the teeth and everything are completely unremarkable.
Hey, give me wits.
Raw wits.
I guess. Well, actually, no. It'll be wits occult.
Zaire is also looking at it too, but he shall not roll because he knows nothing.
Okay. No. Is there even assisting on rolls in this game?
Don't know.
I don't think so, because the system of assisting someone means you would need to roll a success to give a success. In that case, if you're playing for 1 to 5, then a success is a success either way. You just all try skill checks.
Okay.
Like, there are ways, say in a fight, you can spend your turn trying to set up for another person that just gives them extra die at the cost of your turn. You don't do any rolling and shit.
The only thing I was thinking was it would just assisting would change the modifier. That's it.
Yep. No, you don't get a bonus modifier. Okay. This person's teeth aren't kindred, that's for sure, but they are strangely perfect. I don't just mean they're false teeth or anything like that, nor does it seem like this is someone with particularly good dental work. Doesn't seem right. It's very uncanny valley.
Huh. Is Zaire back from upstairs? Did he tell us all about what he found?
Oh, yes. There was nothing upstairs, only a message. written in blood.
A blood message? That doesn't.
That seems
You
a
said
bit.
there was nothing upstairs.
A blood message seems a bit dramatic.
It was. It even said, "You'll get yours, vampires."
Well, this corpse is not a vampire.
Zeri looks
Whatever.
down, kind of raises an eyebrow. He's not.
No. He's unusual, but he's not Kindred. I found a jar in his chest. I was just about to pull it out with these tongs, and she'll click the tongs twice. Click, click.
That is rather unusual.
Yep. And so, after investigating the teeth, she'll slowly try to pull out the jar in its chest.
Okay,
with
then.
the tongs, not with her hands.
Yep. You get the tongs in there. Like, they slip a few times. Meat tongs aren't generally used to grab the necks of jars, but you get it. You give it a yank. And when you pull it out, it looks like a pretty normal, like, jar. Maybe you'd keep preserves or something in it. Maybe a nice jam. Except there's like a layer of slime along the inside, and on the outside is like a dried, dusty residue of sort of. It was probably blood, but you know, for some reason, most of the fucking moisture out of this body is entirely missing. Yeah, the inside is coated with slime.
Ghost jizz.
Yeah.
God damn it, Slimer.
Yeah, who knew that Slimer was into doing stuff to bodies?
Who would stuff a
Rody.
jar into a chest cavity?
A completely arid chest cavity, but this jar is filled with slime at that.
Does anyone have any biology-based knowledges?
I think that would be science, right?
I'm sorry, my internet cut out there. What did you ask?
Biology-based knowledges of the body.
I have
Claire's
knowledge
Claire's a professor of like anthropology and stuff like that to help, investigate backgrounds and stuff like that, and occultism. But she does have ranks in science, so
Give me a science check.
intelligence science, yeah.
Yep.
It's nitroglycerin.
Portions of this person's innards are missing. Not only was this jar, like, in their chest, but, like, it was probably sat in where the stomach belongs. Doesn't look like this person swallowed a whole jar, though, so it was probably shoved in there.
Huh. Does the jar have a lid on it, or did I just grab it out by, like, the top?
You grabbed it out.
Nobody...
Yeah, you grabbed it by the rim. There was no lid. Like, it looks like it was forced into them with the lid, like, facing out the body. But the lid is no longer on it.
I'm going to try to see if I can identify the goop first through occult and then through science.
Go ahead.
Those are both intelligence, yes?
Yep. The CSIing the shit out of this.
Just need to do the CSI thing where you stick your finger in it and then taste it.
And
They've
then
done that in CSI?
And then do the one of the dudes did, yeah. The guy that was really into bugs.
Birdie.
What, mate?
Okay, so first of all, you are aware that there are less than savory creatures out there in the world of darkness. Yeah, this slime residue could very well come from something that does some horribly arcane thing to bodies.
I have acute senses. Is it overwhelmingly disgusting?
I mean, the slime itself isn't disgusting, no. It's mostly odorless. Like, it smells vaguely like the flesh of whatever was in it.
I'm gonna just follow it up with a science roll to see if I can corroborate whatever, Yep. Maybe it's shown up in books before.
Go for it.
Oops. I minimized that.
Show me what you got. You have no fucking idea.
Show me your rolls.
I have no idea. I relay what little I know about it. Yeah, there are many creatures in the world, and this looks like it could come from one of them, but I do not recognize it from any scientific background. Any of you want to take a crack at it?
You know,
Zaire, just
goo,
scratch.
not my forte. I'm gonna let you. You know,
It turns out Rose was like a doctorate, but this quit her job to become a safecracker. Wasn't exciting enough.
yep.
All right. Well, with what what little information I have on it, I would suggest bagging it up and taking it either taking it back to the college to get analyzed, or if necessary, alerting someone at the Elysium, seeing what they know about it.
All probably good ideas.
Because as an actual professor, Claire does I can get some colleagues of mine to give it a look see.
Timothy will finally come back downstairs himself now and say, Claire, not sure what it is you found, but
Goop.
if you think
Goop.
goop, if it's goop that you think you might want to show to the Elysium, that's not goop you want to show to your professor friends.
Hmm?
It depends. If they can help identify it.
Some mortals have more information on things than you would think.
I'm fully aware that mortals have a great deal of information, but we want to make absolutely certain that it is mortals that are not going to talk.
Hmm. And to be honest, the Claire's College is not like if it was like science and stuff like that to get analyzed. She'll point out that would be Pacific Grove Polytechnic. The only people that she'd be able to really talk to at Silverleaf College that have any expertise are occultists or her sire.
I mean, if your sire is head nerd, that's perfectly reasonable.
She was inducted into the Agonistes by him.
Okay, yeah, I mean, and that is the kind of person who tends to know about weird magical shit if you don't want to go directly to the Elysium with it.
Yep.
Yeah, I leave the choice with you. I believe you have found all that could possibly be found in this room. It might have been that there was something more, but for some reason the top is just inconspicuous. It is so clean up there. Besides the murder sign on the wall.
Well, I mean, there was a laptop upstairs.
Did you confirm that message was written in blood and not just red paint?
It smelled like blood.
Correct.
The only reason I ask is because this corpse is completely desiccated, and is there any blood all over the floor, or is that like upstairs? Like, was there a blood pool when I was searching the body?
There was, like, the barest, driest stain. It is otherwise remarkably clean.
And since I did use one of those investigation rolls to look around the room, were there drag marks?
Some.
Did they lead
Question,
from
what was
upstairs or somewhere else?
Hard to say, honestly. I mean, there are more obvious drag marks around the door, but the body literally just very recently was moved around there. There were no signs of a scuffle, so it could be that something was dragged from upstairs, or those signs are long since gone by people actually having walked up and down those stairs.
It makes me question, what was the blood I was smelling when I came in here then?
It would have been, like, the body itself still smelt of blood, but it was dusty. That's why I say you got mixed messages. Like, you couldn't tell how much blood was, done dumped out, because for all you know, your brain was telling you lots of blood was dumped out, but there ain't fucking much blood at all around this place.
Hmm.
My brain sometimes does that. Shoot people, don't shoot people. It's a never-ending struggle.
Can I use my acute senses, for the blood that pooled around the body to go upstairs and see if it's the same smelling blood? I know that's a way shot in the
That's
dark,
an
but
incredible stretch. You know what? Just give me a luck
Yep.
dice.
Okay. That's just what, D10?
Yep.
I would have assumed that's something the vampires could do.
So, how do you feel about those dramatic failure that you've just sort of incurred there?
I didn't hear any of that. You kind of cut out for me.
Oh, you've incurred a dramatic failure.
Yes.
When you lean in to get a good whiff of that thing, there's this weird sickening.
Oh god, bone dust.
There's this weird sickening sensation that gets into you. Let's have a look here. Can you roll for me a resolve composure check?
Oh boy.
Hang on. Okay.
Okay. This disgustingly sickening sensation creeps into you, and you just feel tired. You feel really fucking tired. It's like all the blood in you, quote unquote, blood in you, just sort of crawled at once through your body, and it's not what you would consider a pleasant sensation.
Sleepy time. Alright.
All you know is you would love to call it a night/day.
Yeah, what is it, like 4 now?
Yes.
It's bedtime soon. She'll just go downstairs and, suggest that we've found everything we need to. She can take the goop with her, and then, provided her sire agrees, we can all meet back at the. We're always meeting at the college, either at the college or at the Elysium, to talk to her sire.
You should probably make that decision now then. For the following day, where do you want to meet? College or Elysium?
I think we should meet at the Elysium.
Sure.
Okay.
So,
if we have, dependent on the results of your study of that group, we may want to immediately give a report. Having to travel from the college to the Elysium to do that would be unnecessarily inconvenient.
Say that again. What do you want?
They want college. I mean, not college. Elysium.
Yeah. All right. She will nod and see if she can't bag up that goop.
It's not exactly easy to get it. You might as well just keep the jar.
The
jar is already.
Spill in the car.
Tell you what, you probably could find some cling film and pop that over the top of the jar. Yes, without too much faffing around.
So much goop.
Zaire will rub his chin and go, "Am I the only one who feels like this is starting to become a mission to get away from us?"
A mission to get away from us?
You know, a mission that is going too far.
What?
It starts off as one
Zaire,
thing.
you're not.
A mission that is getting away from us?
Ah, yes, that.
Do you mean our prey is getting away from us, or that it's going beyond the bounds of what we can handle?
The latter. Well, no, not necessarily the latter. I have full confidence that we can handle this. But I do not think this was such a simple mission anymore as finding the person who was responsible for this and how.
Yes, it has seemed to weave a very interesting web. Vampires don't leave fingerprints, do they? Since they're dead?
Not really, no.
We don't have oils in our hands.
No.
Yeah, alright. So no.
If you used the
cleaning up.
if you used the blush of life while you were going fist deep in her body, then maybe you'd have to give a damn. But otherwise, you're okay. I want to really feel this. I want to savor this moment.
I really need to savor this moment right now. The only way I could get a hard-on in life was if I was going through a corpse.
You have no idea how much I miss the sensation of rooting through desiccated corpses.
Ooh, fuck, who's your mummy? Who's your mummy and what does she do?
Don't dirty talk the corpse, even I can't. Oh my god.
Alright.
Dirty talk the corpse.
Okay then, everyone please mark off one vitae as you let a day pass and you come awake. Before y'all meet at the Elysium, is there anything that you intend to do?
Well,
I
Yeah.
would like to go hunting.
Sweet. Where do you want to go hunting?
Well, my normal hunting ground is gone.
It's still being repaired. If you pass by it, you can see that it looks a little bit less fucked up than it did last time. But it is currently not the usual one.
So,
There is the Gilded Moon that Zaire's family owns.
yeah, I'll probably go by there.
Okay.
Have some nice-ish clothes under my what's it?
Okay. Let's see here.
Biker leather.
Zaire would have made it so that they were on the list if this is such a fancy club that you need to have like a name on the list.
Most vampires don't ever need to worry about a list. They happen to have this thing about them. They don't give much. That gets them through basic doors. But yes, it probably does help speed the whole process along. Rose, you're given Easy Street into the Fancy Pantsy Club.
I mean, it's a courtesy thing.
Yeah,
It's like, why would I make my friends have to go through that just to come in?
very true. Okay, would you like to choose some skills to roll for scoring?
Sure. Presence and persuasion.
Okay. Timothy Lee would also like to go hunting. Do you choose a place? Do you go to the Droog Society or? All right, cool. Yeah, you can. Eventually, it takes a little bit going around, and oh, it's another female mark. Good for you. Yep. A little bit of a tall, vaguely imperious woman, maybe like late 40s or so, but she seems like she's very interested in whatever it is you've got going on. And you have little trouble. How much vitae do you go for?
3.
Okie dokie.
For now.
She,
Super nice and healthy.
yeah, she finds her staggery way back at some point, but there you go. To you, that you've just had a delightful breakfast. Timothy, where'd you go hunting, and what do you want to roll to score? I mean, you're at the Elysium, so they probably have some easy marks for you. Although it's generally frowned upon for you to just continue to get, quote-unquote, the easy food, the easy meal.
Yeah, assuming there's time, Timothy will actually try to head up to the Druid Society. Like to try to roll wits composure to try to spot a mark that a possible mark that you know like the thing I did last time.
Yeah, you're gonna
Trying to
look for
find, like basically like a puzzle to solve in people. Trying to do that again.
Okay, sure. Give me a wits composure. Okay. Yeah, you find it's not exactly the same kind of puzzle as last time, but it looks like there is a couple that are not having a very great time. You've probably seen them at the Droog Society before, and usually they seem quite lovey-dovey. If you manage to smooth the ice between the two of them, then you might be able to score yourself another double meal. What would you like to roll to do that? So that we can keep things moving quickly.
Let's try to redirect their anger at each other onto a relatively shallow external problem. Can I do manipulation and subterfuge misdirection?
Hate fucks.
Yes, you may. Yes, you may.
Hate fucks. I went to submission.
You have a hard time redirecting them any old way. Doesn't seem that whatever they're going through is the kind of thing that you can, 1 hour couples counsel them over.
Damn.
Yep. I will give you a presence and empathy roll. There's one last chance, but otherwise it looks like you're going to strike out. Nope. You have no luck scoring at the club tonight. You can continue to go hunting around, but at that rate you will miss meeting up with your companions.
Yeah, can't really do that now, can I?
No. Okay.
Could be a dick for it.
A bit dick move. Sorry, I was going for another fucking twosome again and it didn't work out this time. I had to burn an extra hour trying to get him to fuck. Alright.
The college is one of Claire's hunting grounds. Can I say that she already has a favorite person to feed off of, or no?
Sweet.
Since it's an
Student-teacher
established
relationships.
Yeah, it's possible you could. You're gonna have to invent the person and they might cause trouble in the future, but yes.
Okie dokie. And I forgot the
Yeah.
thing.
Also, every time you use them, you're going to be tempting fate, and also they've got that whole matter of they have a set amount of vitae, so you can't just rely on them every night, or they'll just fucking die on you.
Yeah,
Obviously, find the super closet nerd that will never talks to anybody. That way, they never talk to anyone about anything that happens.
Yeah, tell me about them. We'll put them in the token pool.
I actually had a thing for it, but it ran away from me. What was it was another. It was an undergrad camp. Hang on, give me a second.
Sure. In the meantime, Zaire, how do you hunt?
Well,
Or do you at all?
Well, depending on how much time my first action takes, I wanted to buy an expensive case of alcohol. Expensive wine bottle? I don't know how alcohol works.
You don't know how alcohol works?
I don't know how alcohol works. I don't drink.
Okay.
But Zaire would know.
Zaire would know. Okay
He
then.
wants to buy some fancy schmancy, good tasting alcohol.
Alright, so basically you're going to lubricate the matter, and are you trying to buy a stockpile so that you can use it multiple times, or is this just buying drinks at the club?
Well, I mean, just how fancy is my parents' club?
It's the kind of place that has a door guard and he'll kick you out if you're dressed dressed cheap. It's not like a fucking black tie motherfucking
But
place.
do they have good alcohol?
They do have good alcohol, and since it's a club, it's almost certainly way overpriced.
Well, wherever I can get some good alcohol, I'll go and get it there. And I'm
then
not drinking it for myself, saving it for the bartender.
Okay.
So if I know the bartenders, I don't know if I would, but if I know their favorites or specialties, or if they just prefer really good alcohol, I'm going for quality and not just super priced. If I would know.
Alright, give me a luck roll.
Okay. How do I do that again? Is it just the chance dice?
It's basically just a D10 if you want to be lazy.
Okay.
Nope, you don't know what her favorite is. You just have to wing it.
Okay. Then just super good, probably expensive alcohol. I don't know.
It would appear a white wine.
Seriously?
Yep.
I can't find anything. Wait, is white wine really good?
If you
Because that-
spend enough money on an alcohol, then you get a good alcohol. And yes, there is good white wine. God, you are terrible. You really don't know shit about drink, do
No,
you?
because at first when I thought you said white wine when you rolled a D10, I was just like, oh, is that just for the quality of it, or is that
So-
like?
Especially in California, this is basically just like 60 miles above wine country.
So, to be fair, DCL isn't legal to drink.
You're right. He's only a wee babby.
He's only like 12 years
12 or
old.
something,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
sure. Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, literally, if you're willing to spend the money, you can generally get a nice anything. There is shit wine and there is good wine, and you can spend the money on good wine.
Let's get some good wine.
Okay, excellent. You buy a nice bottle of white. And yeah, so you're going to do any actual hunting, or?
I guess I could make the attempt.
Alright, let's have a look here. If I remember rightly, like, it's literally a fucking specialty of yours if you want to do it. I guess it's empathy and manipulation.
I have a lot of empathy.
Yeah.
Not much manipulation, though. I got a 4 in empathy and a 1 in manipulation. You know what? But I don't have to do my hunting in a club, do I?
You don't have to, no. You could literally just go fucking grab a hobo and drink him dead.
Let's do some Batmaning. Let's see if I can't find anybody who's particularly causing disturbance or being like an asshole.
Oh, you literally, you want to fucking vigilante some troublemaking son of a bitch. Alright.
Why
then.
not?
Okay. Okay. You can go to one of the dodgier portions of town. There's a place called the Hail Mary, which is a relatively interesting club that's a remodeled church, but a couple of streets away from there's the odd mugging or something like that. Can you roll a d4 for me?
Yeah, let's see if I can indulge your side hobby and see if you can't track down and find any humans worth a challenge.
Okay. It takes a little bit of doing. You're coming up very close to like spending the full hour looking around. But you do come across a scrap. It looks like a girl is being well, there's an attempted robbery of a girl. And it's the most stereotypical / possibly racist confrontation of rich white girl to rough looking black dudes.
Oh, come on.
You're literally in the poor, and there's this big sign right here that says "Heavy Black Community" on the map. Okay, not even.
Zaire's just gonna kind of just like roll his eyes and start walking towards.
Yeah, literally. I mean, you're in gangland, so it's either that. You're not near the Yakuza, you're not near the Russians, and you're not near the Cholos.
Okay. Just like silent vampire ninja appear right behind him and like just CQC his wrist away.
Okay, cool. I mean, I'm not even going to make you roll for it because it's a human and you're a kindred who's very good at killing people. But yeah, that 1d4 is like, what area do you have to go to get yourself some murder bonus range?
All right. Well,
Kindred
first,
who was a child soldier in life.
In Liberia, that's right.
yeah. Well, first off, I'm gonna grab him by the wrist, like, rip him away from the girl, and kind of just like judo throw him onto the floor on his back.
Yep, his companion throws a punch at you, but I mean, to you that shit's moving in slow-ass motion, and he doesn't look particularly good at fighting.
Dodge once, dodge twice, then dodge and like spin around and snap kick him.
Absolutely, very Batman.
He's being very casual about this. He's going to look down on both of them and go like, honestly, you two are not helping our case.
Yeah, seriously, you're going to get me race-shamed. When you look over your shoulder, the girl is like literally scampering off. You could catch up to her, or you've got 2 meals. The guy you snap kicked across the face is out cold, and the other one is like groaning and trying to crawl away.
All right. We'll pick up the guy who is groaning and trying to get away.
Yep.
Headbutt him to make sure he's just knocked out.
He is out like a light.
Starts draining some blood from him.
Okay, how much vitae are you gonna grab?
What's the normal vitae for a normal person?
8, and then they die. Well, 7 and then they die, but these dudes are pretty fucking huge, regardless, so they probably are 8 each. They aren't athletic, but they got mass on their side.
Let's go to 5 from both.
Woo!
Eat them both.
Yeah.
I'll drain them enough so that they're tired and feeling it in the morning, but I won't kill them for just robbery.
Yeah, they don't, and you very nearly hospitalize them. They're gonna look more like they just drank way shit fucking tons, or they are very pale by the time you're done with them.
Alright.
So you go, yeah, you can successfully gain 5 vitae from each. Neither of them die. Okay. Yes, Claire, so have you picked an identity or a name or any of that shit for your...
Yes. What's it called when they're going for a PhD? There's a word for it, and I forgot it.
They're after a doctorate?
Yeah, but it's called something. Anyways, yeah. Trappy doctorate, for literature, named Andreas Hopper.
Andreas Hopper.
Woo, name generators.
Okay. Let's see if I've got a decent looking human for Andreas. Would you say Andreas is an attractive person or not?
Yeah, trappy.
Bit trappy? Let's see here. It's not quite right, but that'll work.
Alrighty.
I mean, I don't have many trappy human dudes, or guyish enough looking chicks, which is the other way to take things. Yeah. Okay.
Got no androgyny.
I have no andros.
Oh. Alright.
Can you spell the name for me, please?
Andreas, and then Hopper, Hopper.
Okay. There you go. And Andreas, he's a trappy dude. He's a student. I'm gonna set you 7 vitae. How much are you gonna drink from Andreas?
Just 2.
Okay.
Yeah. And pointedly not a member of her class, because that would get you kicked out.
That absolutely would. That would be a trouble. Good job pointing that out as well. Otherwise, I totally would have assumed the other way.
No. He did a dumb idea and decided he'd be a lit major.
Ugh, poor guy. Honestly, death might be a blessing. Alright, excellent. And now I believe that is everyone quote-unquote fed up, and not in the term of done with this shit. What was it going to be, sorry? College or Elysium?
Elysium, I think. Meeting my sire there, yeah.
Okay then.
With
When, yeah,
a
alright.
jar of goop.
With a jar of goop. Alright.
I've got a jar of goop.
How would you describe your sire?
Female, a little bit older looking for a vampire, but not decrepitly old, like late 30s, early 40s, maybe mid 40s.
Oh, here you go.
Dark hair. There we go.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
What's your sire's name?
Almighty name generator, go.
Incoming.
Antoinette Frost. Wow.
That's actually kind of cute.
Sweet. Very appropriate to her appearance, I approve.
That was the first one that came up.
I like it.
Good job.
GG. No
Good
me.
job. Good job, Seven Sanctum.
Okay then. Yeah. You probably had the easiest time feeding, so you probably are the first one to arrive at Elysium if you want to go up and say hello to Antoinette first.
Yes, I will.
Okay, excellent. She'll greet you with a cool nod and ask how progress is going with your partner in question and acquiring her works.
Very strangely, we've tracked down multiple leads, but the the bar where we were supposed to meet, you know how it burned down. We went to see the employer of the place, and she'll describe all the things she found in detail, and then just reach into her bag and just pull it out. And this is the goop we found. I not wasn't able to identify it myself, but I know that perhaps some creatures, some creatures in this world could produce such a thing. And I was gonna say something else, but I totally forgot.
Okay, let's see.
Oh yeah, she also mentioned, how the body was weird with the teeth and everything.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. She got a success, thankfully. Barely. Alright then. At first, when she hears about the goop, she sort of frowns and starts thinking about it. Wouldn't know what would do such a thing, but you said they had strange teeth?
They were unnaturally perfect.
I assume that they weren't false teeth in this case, otherwise you would have mentioned as such.
Yes, and they definitely weren't kindred. The body was completely desiccated. This was found in its chest.
For all other intents and purposes, did this individual appear to be human?
Mostly, aside from that, I didn't notice anything weird about the organs. I will have mentioned the organs missing, and just the very odd, uncanny valley teeth.
Interesting.
It's beyond the bounds of like a dentist.
I see. Okay then.
Vigorous white stripping.
Very well. I suspect that this is... I'd heard rumors that the young Dante was a homunculi, if you know of what I mean.
Do I know what that means? Let me make a... What would that be, intelligence?
Intelligence occult.
God damn it, Full Metal Alchemist.
Two successes. What is a homunculi in this world?
In
Or
this
what do I know, anyways?
In this context, it would be some kind of magically created artificial being. For all intents and purposes, what kind of homunculi it could be incredibly varies, but this could be a very, very close to human analog.
Flesh golem.
Essentially, yes, but one made to look very, very, very human, and indeed it was missing some portions of the body, the stomach, for instance. You didn't get a crit success, so I didn't give you much more than that, but it stands to reason that, yes, he could well have been a human homunculi, and so then this, strangely set of perfect teeth explains it. The homunculi would have blood, though, so being desiccated entirely is absurd, and you say that it doesn't seem that they've been drained.
No, that did I. I'm pretty sure when I inspected the body, I didn't find any evidence of being the kiss. Right? You said
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless somehow they managed to get like a level with below their sternum at some awkward angle, drank, and then decided that they would just punch a jar of goop through this person's chest to hide the signs. It's a very convoluted. It's very convoluted, but technically possible.
Or like from what was I think it was Blade with the vampire who had teeth, who had her fangs in her vagina.
Yeah. Yeah, sitting on someone's chest. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, in
I
this
also
case,
mentioned the writing in blood. Just that's strange because the writing in blood said, whatever it said about vampires, you're gonna get yours.
Yeah, you'll get yours, vampires. She pauses and goes, now that is a much more alarming factor. That someone would destroy a homunculus is, in and of itself, a measure of alarm. They tend to be tougher than the average kind. Not as tough as us, of course, but, still strong enough that they should be an issue to deal with. The fact that there is a message to the Kindred at this person's location stands to reason that they know that we were going to be looking for them. I suspect that the message is almost directly to either ourselves or maybe even you. Your searches may not have gone completely unnoticed.
There was no real signs of a struggle. Looks like the homunculi was taken out while it was resting or by a friend.
Even more curious.
You said that the place was pretty much perfect, right?
Yes, yeah, you're conveying information correctly. No signs of struggle.
Yes.
She says that it definitely sounds like a concern. And around this time, the rest of the gang will turn up. Timothy possibly looks a little bit more knacked off that he didn't succeed in his hour.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Couldn't get another twosome. I hate my life.
I would have been happy with a one-some, just a one-some that was a puzzle themselves.
You find a schizophrenic. Yes, you could find a schizophrenic tramp who's like, you want to see my trains? But like, you are definitely a puzzle, sir. Okay, excellent. Alright, so I mean, you can see that Claire has gotten in some measure of conversation with someone that I imagine Timothy recognizes as Claire's sire. The other two of you probably have not seen her before, because you're not as common Elysium wanderers. But luckily, none of you are idiots and can likely put two and two together. Do you go over and greet them, or do you go to the bartender?
Oh shit, we're at the sound room? Well, Elysium.
You're at the Elysium, yes.
Well, I'll wait for everybody else to come along before...
You're literally arriving with Timothy and Rose almost side by side. Claire got there first, and she's talking with someone that you would assume to be her sire. Do you go over to Claire, or do you go to the bartender?
I feel it would be in poor taste to start a conversation with the bartender without the group.
Well,
So I guess I'll go over and just introduce myself.
yes.
The rest of the party. Like I'm with, or they're just being...
Yep. You're basically arriving just as she's finishing talking about Homunculus and how it seems that the Kindred are being threatened by someone who has it out for them and apparently has the power to do harm. Rose, Timothy, where are you headed?
Timothy will approach Claire and her sire, and you said I might have recognized her as Claire's sire. Would it be possible for me to know her name? Or
give me a chance die. We do love our chance die.
Yeah, I guess she's Dracul. I can't use Invictus status instead.
Nope. It's not a 1, is it? It isn't a 1. It's on the tip of your tongue, but you don't remember it right off the top of your head.
Well, Timothy will approach and bow and say, "My lady, a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Yes. You would be Timothy. I believe that Claire has told me of you before. I've no doubt seen you walking around here as well.
Oh, wait, what? Yeah, that's a... Well, if Timothy doesn't know, or Zaire doesn't know,
Yeah, Timothy doesn't know her name, but has seen her, and everyone fucking knows Timothy, because that's Timothy's speciality, is everyone knows Timothy.
Zaire also comes over and gives his own bow, gives his smile, and says, "Hello, I am Zaire."
Okay, greetings, Zaire. I don't know that I recognize you.
Did he cut out for me, or was that just my internet?
He cut off for me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
god damn.
Damn it. Fuck. Yeah.
These servers are ass.
Nice timing.
Oh, poor Scout.
About to talk shit about the servers, they're just like, "Oh, hell no."
No.
Yeah, not getting
No,
away
you're
with
not
it, huh?
allowed to.
Let's have a look here.
Don't
She's
start
talking
nothing,
shit
there
about
won't
us.
be nothing.
Yeah,
She's
bitches talking shit.
Never.
Get hit.
Talk
Absolutely.
shit about the servers, prepare to get hit.
It's like I can see the green circle, so no, I know I'm sending it. It's just the server's not taking it to you. I'm giving the letter to the postman, and the postman's like, I'm just gonna bin half of these. Oh well. Okay. Yes, she nods to Zaire and announces that she does not recognize you from walking around here, but no doubt you're a member of this troublesome duo of intrepid whatever the fuck is helpers of the Masquerader and occultery in general, quote unquote. You guys don't really have a title or a running group, so it's just sort of these two.
No, everyone else just calls us the Scooby Gang behind our backs.
Yeah, absolutely. You're your fucking mystery
And they
machine.
do that purely because of Altair's van.
Yep.
Why would Altair even drive a Scooby-Doo van?
I don't know.
Did I say Altair?
You did.
Altair.
I
Zaire.
think DCL
But DCL also said
Yeah, I
Altair.
said that.
Okay.
I was thinking
okay.
Altair.
It wasn't just me then.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, there are two spiders up top there in that web now,
I
and
just
they aren't
kinda
the same
imagine
breed.
I just kind of imagine the back of his van is like, like a dry cleaners, but instead of just like clothes, it's all guns, ammo, and bulletproof vests, and just presses a button. Oh, which one will I use today?
It's like the
much.
fucking Punisher's mobile home.
It's pretty much what it is.
Okay,
Zaire loves it very much.
excellent. Okay. Yes, and she will greet you and announce that it's entirely likely that Dante was a homunculus, and she will give the gist of what a homunculus is, because Claire knows what's up, but it's almost certain that the ones without a cult don't fucking know, by which I mean Zaire.
So just making sure, you're saying whoever did this is a very dangerous threat?
The chance is definitely not worth ruling out. A homunculus is naturally stronger than a kine. So it is unlikely that you are dealing with average, everyday humanity.
Zaire's eyes start to sparkle behind his shades.
Dingle, dingle, dingle.
A challenge.
Yep.
And did she already say what the jar was? Was that part of the homunculus animation?
That was
or
Nope.
has that not been brought up yet?
She would like to have a look at that jar.
Oh, okay, yes. She will hand it over.
She will take a sniff. She will look it over. Sniff, sniff. She is master sniffer. Yeah.
She's a very metal-looking super nerd.
She is. The metal. Ding, 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 ding.
Great song.
Yep.
Oh,
I
hey,
love
look,
Tenacious
it's
D.
Dark Souls 2 Fire Witch. I just noticed that.
Yeah. Fancy.
Cleavage sorcerers.
Ah,
The
man,
cleavage
that took me for-
sorcerers.
That
Yeah.
was bugging me so much. I knew I'd seen those before.
Also, I think that they are fucking hot as shit.
They are.
Oh, they're great.
Until they start
Tish.
throwing fire at you, and then you want to
Then they are too hot. Far too
Like-
hot.
Yeah, like when you take the elevator up and there's just 5 of them looking at you. Hello there, boy.
I make sure I don't go past until I stab each and every one of them.
Yep. Okay. Antoinette will look over the jar and she'll scrunch her brow up, confused. This was shoved inside the homunculus.
Inside of its chest cavity.
We thought it was weird too.
You would be correct, yes, it is definitely abnormal. Kind don't usually have those, and neither do homunculus. This isn't some kind of arcane structure, I suppose, that belongs to the homunculus itself. Or if it is, then it is some kind of construction that is beyond my more than considerable knowledge. I suspect that it stored some manner of creature, and this goo is something along the lines of preserving it or keeping it from growing hungry or suffocating or something. It's obviously related to the storage of a creature.
Someone stored a creature inside of a homunculus?
Or someone shoved it inside of its chest cavity, and the creature got out and did what we saw to the body.
That is a much closer assumption, yes. I don't suspect that a homunculus could be used to store a creature for long periods of time. They do degrade if they are subject to terrible damage, and I think that would consist of such.
Just to make sure. Either way, I have a potential challenge, yes?
Yes, child.
Zaire the Blood Knight intensifies.
She looks like she's trying very hard to be polite, but Claire probably knows that this is her "yes, you dumb child" look on her face. She's like, "Of course, yes, whatever you say, Smashy Handsy." She's obviously being very, very polite.
To recognize this, so
Yeah.
he just smiles.
Yeah, I mean, you have a very high empathy score, so maybe you do, but you're just naive and misinterpreting it.
You just think she's had a long day.
I mean, obviously.
She has. She's a knight right now. The day was long. She was asleep in it. Okay. By the way, Rose, at some point while you're, watching the sharks and the fishes and such, a strangely dressed individual will saunter on over to you. She literally is dressed as her icon would appear. She's got a shortcut bodice, long arm sleeves, and like a ragged hood that obscures most of her face. She's got a low flowing skirt. Bodice.
And then fireball.
Some kind of halfy corset. Yeah, and then she hits you with a fireball in the face.
GG, no re.
Yeah, and she'll walk up to you and remain quiet, waiting for you to say the first word, apparently.
I will give her a respectful nod.
Greetings. You would be Rose Lawson, yes?
Yes. Unless you're here to kill me, in which case, no.
There is a small snort of amusement from underneath the hood. No such things at all. So far as we are aware, you are unaligned with any such covenants. Is this to be true?
Yeah.
In which case, she reaches into her considerable cleavage and pulls out a card. Once your matter... Yep.
What else do you do with cleavage?
Exactly, it's used for holding things. Once you are done with your current job, I suppose it is, and find yourself in the position for a more extended period of rest, we are wondering if you would like to speak with our sire about potential offers for you.
Who's your sire?
If you call the card, you will find out.
Okay. I will pocket the card.
Yep, she will nod her head politely at you. You suspect that there is some glimmer of a smile going on underneath that hood, judging just by the subtle ways in which it moves, and then she will walk off elsewhere.
Creepy.
Do you say that out loud?
The hard question.
Very, very quietly under my breath after she's well away.
Okay, alright, fine. I was gonna be like, she has a cute senses, maybe she does. No, it's okay. If you really do wait, it's good. It's much safer. Oh, sorry, I am yawning fat. I went out early with family, so as you would expect, it involved being fed lots of alcohol again, as they all want to do.
Sounds
You
good.
have a great family.
And my family is
Yeah.
fantastic. Whenever I spend any measure of time with them, they will usually get a few drinks into me. They took me out for Indian food, which was fucking awesome.
That sounds fucking
Family
great.
sounds awesome.
Your
and
family trying to get you drunk?
All the time, yeah. I'm much more bearable like that.
It's just like we're gonna hang out with Scout today. Make sure you bring the booze.
Absolutely, pretty much. I whenever I see them at home, it's usually
you-
them
When you
giving me.
explain it like that, it's kind of sad.
You wouldn't like her when she's sober.
Yeah, no.
Oh God, we need to get her drunk. Jeez, she's so annoying when she's sober.
We were just trying to have a nice conversation about the Pokemons and Go. And now she's talking about the.
No. Okay, my dad was having the conversations about Pokemon Go. I'm like, I played with it like a bit, and then it's just my dad, my brother, and my baby sister, and sort of sister, like literally a circle of family. I'm like, I don't care hard enough about this conversation. Yeah, no, my family are all massive nerds as well as feeding me food and getting me shit faced.
I wish I could play more Pokemon Go.
Effort, right?
But the closest Pokestop, there's one Pokestop near me. It's 1.2 kilometers away.
It's like if a lot of people have the unfortunate circumstance where the only way they get to play is if like drive down to downtown or something.
And it is hot and humid. Like, it is more humid than Satan's ball sack.
Bob has a huge problem playing that game. Because he lives out in the middle of the boonies.
Yeah,
So
it's just like
Rob Dav
if you're
from
not
the
in if you're not in a populated area playing Pokemon.
Yeah. Like, I'm in a suburb. There's plenty of houses and shit around. It's just there's no landmarks for there to be Pokestops.
Yeah, I live in the state capital, but I just yeah, that's my buddy's dog. And I live in the state capital, but the thing is, I just don't really like Pokemon, so I don't have the thing. It's like, oh yeah, I live in the state capital. There's so much stuff going on, and going out every night, I see so many people like because my bar that I go to buys lures and then just has them there, or lures or something like that, to be able to
Yeah.
And the thing is, it you see a ton more people in the bar than there used to be, and they're making a killing off of it. And like if you drop off a lure, you get like a free drink and stuff like that.
You see, that's smart business practice.
Yeah. Or a free
Hooray.
appetizer if you don't drink.
I will fuck, man. That's making me hungry right
You'll
now.
fuck, man.
You're a little fuck boy, surely. DCL's too young to be fuck man. Don't you worry about it. Forever the
Anyway.
salt. But yes, yeah, the only detail on that card that is given is literally just a mobile number. Curious are and curious are. But they have hot servants, whoever the fuck they are.
Creepy servants.
Creepily hot servants.
Yeah, I mean, it's not in the token, but she's got ass for days.
I mean, nothing's really creepy if you're attractive enough.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Exactly. Yeah, no.
That's kind of creepy.
So if you're getting stalked by a super attractive person, suddenly it stops being such a problem. At least that's the lessons that Twilight taught me, and Twilight teaches the best life lessons.
Of course.
Anyways, if that conversation, all the conversation's done, you going up to the bartender yet?
Yep, that seems like the right way to
Let's
go
talk
about it.
about more Pokemans.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. Yeah, you can go up to the bartender now.
Zaire will come up to the bartender, make it obvious that he has his drink in his hand. and I'm assuming she's at the bar.
Yeah, go figure. She's sat behind the bar. It's one of the rare moments where whatever it is that she was drinking is actually empty.
So Zaire will go up onto the bar or stool seat and plant down the drink.
She will glance at the bottle, and glance at you.
Zaire will smile and then slide the bottle towards her.
She gives you like the slow up nod of acknowledgement and will accept the bottle and silently pour herself a glass.
Is the group coming up from behind?
I was about to say, this is all like blood, right? Because otherwise it's flush of life everywhere.
Yeah, no, literally what she's been drinking this whole time is blood. She takes a sniff from the glass and crinkles her nose and looks vaguely confused at Saya.
Okay, so Zaire probably would have known this, but silly DCL completely forgot. So...
Did you get her the blood of an alcoholic, perhaps?
Damn it. So... Okay. I don't know what to do now. Okay, because
Yeah.
I probably see, this is what happens when DCL forgets about Blush of Life and more, and just assumes that the bartender is always drinking alcohol. Because
she is.
The bartender, I think Scow.
I wish I was that hot. Are you kidding me? Yeah, no. Yeah, she will look at you vaguely confused, but as opposed to drink it, she will stand there and smell from the glass for a while. But she doesn't speak of it in any manners, and before eventually going, "Is there anything else that you require?"
Well, as soon as my party comes along, we do have a report. Actually, we do have many things to report.
You might as well report it yourself. They seem like they are rather occupied with... And she'll look at the two, with Antoinette, with Lady Frost, and then she'll look at Rose and the robed figure and look vaguely confused for a second and go, okay. So yes, please do report away, Zaya.
Well then, first things first, we do have, I guess, holy crap, that's a huge spider. Okay, sorry, we keep getting derailed with spiders. First things first, we have found the person responsible for setting the little inferno into an actual person.
Is that so? Have you got them or their body?
No, not yet. Only a name.
Mm-hmm. Well?
Damn it, Google Notes. What's her name again? It is, starts with an A.
Etienne.
Etienne. So not an A, an E. Her name is Etienne, and she was the brother. It's a little confusing, actually, but she was related to the victim.
Nope.
Oh, wait,
they were lovers.
Ex of a victim.
They
Look,
were.
I was thinking of the sisters. See, this is what happens when your Google Docs crashes and you don't actually get to look at your notes.
Yeah, no. Alpheus and Etienne are both. They were ex-lovers, and they were both transsexual.
Okay. And the person
transgender or transsexual?
You don't know.
And the person who died was.
You'll have to ask.
So, okay. Etienne, person who did the murder.
Yep.
Alpheus, the person who died? No.
Alpheus is the one who died, who got inflaminated.
So they were in a relationship.
They used to be. Yes.
Used to.
Yes.
All right.
Were both of their last names Cunningham? Was I correct in that?
No, I was thinking of the brother and sister too with that.
Oh, okay.
Well, yes.
My drunk notes aren't very helpful.
Alright.
Yeah, okay.
The assaulter's name is Etienne, and they were an old lover of the victim.
Do
haven't tracked them.
Do you believe this matter to be a lover's spat, then?
Very unlikely. I mean, maybe if they had a particularly nasty history, but there's been other things going around in this case that lead me to believe that something more is going on.
Would that be what your other companions are discussing with Miss Frost?
Most likely, yes.
Very well, then. I recommend that you find me some concrete proof and information. If you have to drag in the bodies yourselves, then please do so. I will not have any further disruptions in regards to this matter.
Speaking of bodies, we've already had two people who I could have assumed once to not be involved in this already killed. The owner of the Little Inferno and one of the brides of Dracula.
A deceased bride of Dracula.
Someone who was not well liked, but I
That
suppose
was Alpheus, DCO.
Oh, damn it! Forgot.
Goodness me.
Memory shit. I'm sorry.
That's
This is
okay.
why I need notes.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So presumably, retcon. There was one
Continuing
person who
on.
has turned up dead here.
Well, he's not really a person. He was more of a homunculi.
Homunculi. Oh, I suppose the rumors were true then. Interesting.
His body was found in a very strange and unusual way of manner of death, and even more so, on the room above, there was a message written for, I guess, us, but it seemed a little too general. It spoke of revenge against vampires and that they had they would get what they had coming.
It is not the first time our kind has been threatened, but apparently by someone who poses some measure of a threat. And did you tell anyone about the body?
No one else besides, I suppose, Antoinette.
So until this very moment, no one decided to mention that there was some kind of desiccated homunculus that needed to be buried.
By the time we found it, the day was already coming.
She looks very annoyed at this excuse. We have individuals who are very capable of operating in the day. The masquerade relies on more than just speaking people. A quiet body can speak just as much.
I thought it'd be best if I looked at the news myself.
I recommend in the future, if you wish to give the news yourself, then do so the moment you are capable of providing this information. It's now entirely possible that this body has been discovered and our work has been increased.
Also, Zaire kind of just like little face because he's kind of basically caught.
Yep. That's right. Whenever there's weird, mysterious shit like that, you gotta sorta deal with, leaving behind evidence. Sure, you didn't leave any prints, but that doesn't mean anything. You left a mummified corpse in a public area.
In a house.
Oh, in a house.
In a house, true.
That police hadn't checked yet, so.
And nobody knows he's dead yet, so.
Well, then, if you're lucky, then he's still there. She says that she will send individuals to go and look into it. She'll look annoyed that it wasn't brought up beforehand. Because the GM's totally not going to tell you everything every time that you should remember. Something masquerade secret. Also, she herself might forget from time to time until, like, a moment later.
Well, either way, we're continuing the investigation, but I have a great feeling that this is going to be bigger than what we expected.
I expect you to handle it. There are more than enough of you to do so.
I kind of felt like showing up without any, without any like bodies or something like that. More than we're still on the case. We've got more. We have more clues. When it just wouldn't go over well. Oh, then go out and get more clues. What are you bothering me for? That's why we delegate.
That is exactly the expression you get from the bartender. This is also not the first time you've gone to her with information and then she's given you the blank look of, then why aren't you out doing that? But it's funny. I like that it keeps coming up. I enjoy it.
Well,
Okay, then.
Zaire nods and gets up.
Excellent. Okay then. Is there anything you would like to do while you're at the Elysium? There are a number of various vampires wandering around of various ages when they were turned and blah 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 blah.
I don't know.
There's
feel
also
like
the quote unquote of Meals on Wheels if Timothy still needs to indulge. You can only take like 2 vitae from them, but it's better than fuck all.
I still have 5.
Excellent. You don't have to worry about it then. Okay. Let's put you in the map. Where to now?
Danger
we gonna
zone.
Yeah, weren't we going to say we're going to go to Etienne's residence in the danger zone?
Yep, that's
I
right.
suppose. Better late than never.
Okay then. Can you tell me what route you take through the danger zone?
The highway to it.
Thank you.
Oh man.
I appreciate that a lot. But yes, okay. Do you go by the straightest route? Okay, excellent. Can all of you roll me a chance die, please?
Chance die.
Freshens breath.
Oh, that was so close to a 1.
I know, right?
And Timothy. You're all so close yet so far away. Okay. As you're traveling there, how do you travel? Because I know that we've got Zaire's car.
Mm-hmm. Beep beep.
We've got Claire's car, and we've got Rose's crotch rocket.
Claire's don't notice me mobile.
Yeah.
Senpai don't notice me, Mobile.
Yeah, it's Claire's. I get this on a teacher's salary sedan.
Although she actually does have like 3 points of wealth.
Yeah, true. But
But-
people just don't tend to expect a teacher to be driving anything better than
Yeah.
the.
Awesome.
And
Well,
on top of
there's
that,
a variety of car that we literally call the geography teacher
on top of
around
that,
here.
being Mechat, you know, the urge to blend in, you know.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Claire's probably gonna just follow right behind the van.
Okay.
I think I don't want. Excuse me. I don't want to take my motorcycle into that area.
Okay.
Open target.
All right.
Bad things go on there. So I'll see if I can go to Zaire.
Zaire always has room.
Yeah, Zaire's got the Zaire mobile, and it's pretty armored.
Is this definitely the danger zone we're going to?
You know that it's dangerous around here for many, many individuals, but it doesn't seem to be related to any measures of gangs. It's just one of those places that has the reputation.
In that case, Claire would probably just pile into the armored truck with everyone else. Well, van.
Okay then. Hey Third, you're particularly good at spotting stuff because you're the trained observer.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a wits composure with trained observer as a modifier?
Just bouncing around in the back, one of the guns on the rack smacks her in the head.
Bonk.
Zaire is happy and is smiling happy that everybody.
It's actually for once in the Zaire movie, in the mystery machine.
Everyone piled into the mystery machine, finally!
Scooby-Doo was the only cartoon he watched as a child.
It's the only one that got broadcasted in Africa, and it had horrible subs.
He's silently indulging his dream of and gang.
Yeah, it's about when you're roughly at this corner that you realise, Rose, that for some reason a lot of the houses in this area seem to still have their lights going, and that's not totally unusual per se, but you're in a middle-class area. Lots of people don't tend to go out on the mad party. These are like the salary people who make an okay living, all things considered. And it's, about, I would say 10 p.m.
And they have their lights on.
Yep.
No.
Lots of very active houses around here, to a great degree. Every now and again you seem to catch a silhouette in a window.
Either we just came across the largest group of vampires I've ever seen, or there's a lot of night owls.
It is a good assumption. And let's have a look here. Can you roll me a chance die, please, Rose?
I can.
We're all going to Kindred suburbia. There's a bunch of Kindred nuclear families, all trying to live the American dream.
Success on a chance die.
Nice.
Okay then. You see the ghost of someone, and they don't. Okay, how to put it? You've seen ghosts that have died of violent causes before, yes?
Mm-hmm.
There are like a group of like 3 or 4 of them that, for a moment, you'd suspect just by the sheer density of them that it's actually people around like a lamppost, but they are definitely all ghosts, and one of them looks a lot more solid than the others, a lot more altogether, possibly recent. And it looks away from this group of other, like, ravaged-looking individuals, and its eyes sort of follow you through the van.
Does it look like Etienne?
It does not look like Etienne.
Hey, Zaire, you want to pull over here?
Whatever for?
I need to see a man about a horse.
Strange, but alright. He'll pull over.
Just out of curiosity, with that eye thing you have, do ghosts notice you too with it, or does a ghost just notice you because it does?
I think ghosts can automatically see, but they don't really interact.
Oh, okay.
It is
Just
definitely
wondering
odd
if
to
it
be
was-
interacted with. Usually, because a ghost doesn't innately know that whoever interacts with is actually able to interact back, so they just don't fucking bother.
Yeah, my question was, was it like a one-way mirror type of thing?
Nope. She can
You're
literally
right.
have a dialogue with them.
We are in the danger zone, right?
You are. Well, you're close to it.
Okay. Then she should be safe.
You're on the sidewalk to the danger zone.
Pull up next to the ghosts, roll down the window. Say, hey guys, what's going on over here?
A number of them look quite alarmed to be spoken to, and there's like a whispered muttering amongst them all as they all try to speak at once in your general direction, but their words are like half glimpses. They seem like they've been there for a while, and they aren't cohesive. Like, they weren't the kind of ghost that left behind who had like a set pattern. You know, old Miss Wilson or whatever her name was, Rosenberg or some shit. She would be the reason her ghost was relatively solid and speakable to is because it followed a pattern. It would go around that place quite often. These ghosts, they're generally more nebulous. Like, they probably weren't like commonly around this area, but this is where they are currently tied to. The more solid-looking one will sort of do a hushing motion. Admittedly, that motion just sort of like smears a few of their faces, and they all look a little bit annoyed, but they go quiet. Hello there. You
Hi.
see us. How very interesting.
Yep.
Tell me, how can I help you?
I'm just curious, how long ago did you die?
I would hope that someone such as yourself knows that time is a very nebulous and unimportant concept. Frankly, I don't know. The days and nights have already long since become one.
Tell me, what was on TV last thing you remember?
Give me a chance die. Hope for a not critical failure. Okay, wasn't a 1.
Critical failure.
I believe it was a sitcom, and he will describe the events that happened within. At a rough guess, it's relatively recent TV. Maybe a show that you've seen happen before.
So, like, no more than a few years ago?
Definitely no more than a few years.
Huh. Well, It's interesting. It's interesting. Do you know what killed you? How you died? Because it seems to be like a awful lot of ghosts around here.
Oh yes, it's unsurprising. We're hoping that eventually our bodies will turn up. They haven't yet. Yes, we were, dabblers, each and every one of us here.
Dabblers.
Yes, we know of things that we shouldn't really have known about.
What, like ghosts, vampires, Harry Potter?
For instance, I know that I'm looking at a vampire. Not many would.
It's the teeth, right? Teeth kind of give it away.
I can barely see you as it is, but you feel like a vampire to me, if that makes any sense.
And the figure sort of shrugs.
Not at all. Like,
Frankly, it is hard to make sense of anything. I haven't had eyes for a while. We were killed by a group who has an interest in eradicating people such as ourselves. And
He points at... Exactly. And he points at you. You suspect that if he were close enough, he would, jab you in the chest with a finger, but he's a little bit far away. The motion is the same, though.
They would probably be greatly interested in yourselves as well. I recommend a deal of caution.
Yeah, I'm always cautious. At least I think I am. I'll take that to heart, though.
If you find our bodies, please do let us know.
Okay. What's your name, by the way?
He pauses and tries to remember.
People didn't call me by my surname enough. I can't remember it. Strange how you can remember the weirdest details. My name, however, is Frank. People call me Frank, at least. Maybe that's my name still.
Okay, Frank. I'll see what I can do. Maybe we'll get your bodies.
Yeah, I mean, you
who
don't
knows?
have to find.
She shrugs. Maybe I'll be joining you.
Well, company's always appreciated. I don't know that any of... Actually, I don't know.
He'll look over the ghost.
I don't think any of us here are Kindred. Or were Kindred.
He shrugs.
You guys still get to watch TV and stuff, right? The houses around here watch Game of Thrones?
He scrunches in his eyes.
I can't say that we've tried to watch television, I'm afraid.
You should try it.
Wait, when does this guy die? Like, how was it?
No more than a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay. So it's not Frank Zappa.
It's not the ghost of Frank Zappa, no.
And this is how, in this world, ghosts started watching TV.
Yeah. You should give it a try. It might be a way to pass the time.
It's quite hard to pay attention to things that don't, I guess, exist. You have a presence in the world that television really doesn't.
Game of Thrones absolutely has a presence in the world. Oh my God, people go nuts over that thing.
He looks vaguely insulted, but doesn't argue with you at the very least.
Plus, I mean, tons of people die.
Zaire kind of whispers to himself, even I know of Game of Thrones.
That's a good point. Even Zaire knows. He should be concerned. Yeah, he goes,
I'll take that under advisement. Good luck to you, miss.
And to you, ghostly strange person.
Just Frank is fine.
Ghostly Frank.
Zaire's kind of bouncing in his seat and going and looking at Rose and going, "Were you talking to ghosts?"
Ooh, ghosts.
Oh
Spooky
no,
ghosts.
I've just
Schizophrenic.
completely bonkers. I've been talking to myself this whole time.
I can tell you were being sarcastic. You were talking to ghosts, weren't you?
No. Just this shadowy figure over there. It's fine. It's fine.
Hey, DCR, give me a wits composure.
With composure. All right. Do I take any penalties for currently
Nope.
thinking about where I could find a talking dog?
Okay, you lose
What?
one now. You still get a success. Good for you. Okay. In fact, I think did you just roll a chance die and get a 10 plus 1?
Shit, that was a chance die.
I mean, you rolled a 10 on a chance die. So okay. I mean, you
You
don't.
still succeed.
Yeah, you don't see a shadowy figure, but you do see that someone in the corner house here. That's a very nice, very nuclear family-esque house, actually. Very middle class. There is an individual, and they pull the curtains back, and they close the curtains again, and you suspect that the silhouette is like picking up a phone or speaking into a phone.
Great.
I think we all should be on our guard, even more so than before.
Why? What's up?
Somebody might know that we are coming.
Oh, here, hold on. Dig out my phone, pull up Pokemon Go, and wave that at the window. Gotta catch 'em all.
Zaire will kind of like drag her back into a car and go, "I am serious. This is not a laughing matter."
Am I close enough to use uncanny perception to see if this creature is supernatural?
It's a silhouette. It looks like a
Hey,
human
never mind.
silhouette. You're not gonna get anything
Alright,
out of it. It's like
Well,
looking through a curtain in an illuminated household.
Can I get anything out of if I? Oh wait, no, it's just a silhouette. So
Yep.
no binoculars.
No.
Alright, Zaire will.
Unless you have magic binoculars that can see through fabric, in which case, please send me.
A suspicious shadow. Zaire pulls out a thump and fires a grenade through the window.
Appropriate response.
Yeah, that's what they're called. Thump.
Yep.
Anyways, Zaire will rev up the engine again.
Oh, that's a very important question. What team is Rose on?
Huh?
What team is Rose on? This is an
Oh,
important question.
Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh. Team
Would
Instinct.
she be the hipster and join Instinct because she knows it's loaded?
She's Instinct.
Rose confirmed for hipster.
Is that a thing?
Team Instinct is basically the lowest numbers, so anybody who knows that ahead of time.
It totally depends on the city you're in, really.
As I say, like Instinct conquered all the gyms locally.
Really?
Yep.
Because most of the time, Instinct, I've heard from like any surveys or anything, they're the lowest.
I just know everyone at Rooster Teeth is Team Instinct. They had an entire thing about it.
Damn. Okay. So I guess it does just depend on where you are.
I mean, I've still written a GM note that she's a Team Instinct hipster.
Basically, she's just a hipster.
Yeah.
All right. Well, car rev back up, continuing on. Zaire is now on full alert again and no longer thinking about talking dogs.
Yeah. Okay,
If
you
we find a
continue.
talking dog,
Yeah, you continue on your way until eventually you go down a street, like off the main one, somewhere around here. Oop, I'm grabbing the wrong thing.
I was asking a serious question if talking dogs are a thing that exists in Vampire the Masquerade.
I mean, there's werewolves.
There are werewolves.
No, I mean, in
Are you talking in character or out of character?
That's
a
important.
little bit of both, to be honest.
I'm
If I
not
could
telling
find
you
How
out.
do you roll in
If it's a talking dog, you
a
might.
cult?
Correct. Roll int occult.
Do I get a bonus for watching so many episodes of Scooby Doo?
You probably lose points for episodes of Scooby Doo because you've got
I
a
have
very
no
coloured. You've got a very coloured perception of what a talking dog should be.
I have no actual points in a cult, so how much minus is that?
-3.
-3.
It'd be
It should automatically apply it.
Yep.
If you don't have any points in it.
Well, if I have wits 3. Okay, let's just try to roll this and see if it even lets me roll.
Kel fucking surprise, you rolled 0 die.
Because I have a -3 and I only have
Yeah,
wits.
you should be rolling a chance die there.
It's
Okay.
surprising it didn't actually.
Decide that must be a chance die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
No.
I was
Okay.
hoping.
Timothy, it's not out of the realm of possibility. People get familiars and people do weird shit with magic, and yeah, and there's nothing that says that someone couldn't combine magic on a familiar and create essentially a talking dog. You've never seen it. You've never seen it
I
done.
saw a ventriloquist talk to a dog.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you could get an intelligent familiar and then combine ventriloquy with that to make it look like it is. It could be speaking
Wait,
mentally with its
does Rose
master.
Does Rose say that in character?
Yeah, it's in character.
Zaire will kind of like have his grim, serious face on while he's like scanning the streets and go, "It's not the same."
You know what is the same, Zaire?
Hmm?
If you were to join the Circle of the Crone, study their rituals for a long while, then you could get a familiar.
Zaire is silently contemplating this for far longer than he should be.
Yeah.
Ultimately, focuses back on the road.
Is Zaire even part of a covenant?
What clan is Zaire?
He's his own little custom Marisu clan.
Yep.
No, what
No,
clan?
no,
clan?
an actual.
Gangrel?
You mean actual clan? No, he's he's Gangrel.
Oh, then you can totally make an undead wolf puppy thing.
Bork, 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 bork.
Undead Bork.
Tam Wolf is a good boy.
No, I just need to talk. But
Bark,
anyway,
bark, bark.
Continuing on. I'm sorry, I'm derailing a game with Scooby-Doo
okay.
jokes.
Yes, no, literally, yeah. Talking dogs are not an impossibility in this context. They're definitely far from common. None of you have seen one, but it stands to reason as being entirely possible.
Okay.
While maintaining his professional face, you just see a glint of joy in Zaire's eyes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
Don't crash and kill us all, please.
Solid planning right there.
Not bad of a driver.
Okay.
Besides, anything we would crash into would break before this car breaks.
Okay. Speaking of, you're going down down a side street now. Looks like to get to Etienne's residence. It's not exactly directly on the road. It's like right nearby. There is. It's not so much an apartment block as it's a couple of semi-detached houses that look like they've been rented out to multiple people. As in, you've got just like a shared occupancy home, but it's 2 semi-detached houses.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that the lights are on in a few of them, and one of them has been... It looks like a poor attempt at boarding them up. Like, very, very recently. Someone's covered over a broken window just to keep a draft out.
Did they succeed?
I mean, the draft is being kept out, presumably. But it's definitely been done very recently, just judging by the fact that you can literally see, like, a box of nails and a hammer on, like, the windowsill outside.
Okay. So we're at the actual place, right?
You
Or are we
suspect so, yes.
Okay, so Zaire gets out the car, gives a wits composure check to check around his surroundings. Holy fucking shit.
Wow.
You are being watched from another house. Somewhere on the other side of you. There was someone peeking there for a second, you just barely caught them. Well, more that you caught them out of the corner of your eye and they did not realize that you were observing them back. You detected a human and he was, I mean, you've seen Bloodborne, yes?
Yes.
He was dressed up in fucking leathers. Like, literally
Yo.
Bloodborne the Hunter leathers.
Oh shit.
Okay, so first, a few things happen. One, Zaire's shit-eating grin. That's the first thing that happened. The other is that Zaire will turn to the van and go, not only are we being watched, we're being watched by hunters.
Claire's face will pale a little bit more than, an undead should.
Then, Zaire, I would recommend that Claire stays in the van. You stay with the van, but out of it. You can keep an eye out. If they start to make a move, you are the best fighter amongst us. You can hold him for a while. Rose and I can proceed inside and take a look around.
Zaire will nod. And
with that shit-eating grin, I totally expected you to turn to the van and just pull this out of the...
Well, you didn't let me finish.
That link didn't work properly. Let's just try.
Because I am going to go back into the van. I am going no, let me finish.
Sorry.
I'm gonna pull out a tactical vest and give it to Claire. I'll give one to both Claire and Rose so that they actually have some protection. And I do have... Let me see what my resources is. I do have resources +2, but I'm pretty sure, other than... Let me check my character sheet, because I'm not sure if I confirmed any actual assault weapons beforehand. So...
I don't believe you did, and within reasons, you probably have them. Yeah, I did a highlight copy-paste. America cannon.
American cannon. What would you say is like the most likely assault rifle or like higher level gun that I could carry? Because Vampire the Masquerade didn't really cover those on the basic rulebook, did it?
And he also has a pretty wealthy family that enjoys gunning and stuff like that. Right? Violence,
I mean, they're
things.
trained military and they do guns a lot. They would be better suited with blades, honestly, because a lot of their specialty is hunting supernatural stuff. And last time I checked, blades are better for most of that.
Shush! I'm trying to get you a Scar H with an underslung grenade launcher.
I'll have to make a special order for that one. I wish I could pull that out right now.
Yeah. I will say that, like, it's not impossible for you to have, like, 2 SMGs in the back and probably some tactical stuff, but even with the money, it's just acquiring a bunch of armaments and cramming them in a car is super abnormal, even for the Kindred.
We're in America!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you have, like, a couple of SMGs, a decent room-clearing shotgun, fuck, you even managed to get your hands on a flashbang.
I mean, just saying, like in America, we recently had shootings where people have been using like sniper rifles against police officers.
Yeah,
so
basically,
it's really not hard to get high quality guns, like high powered guns in America if you really search for them.
Basically, with enough money and a nice smile, you can outshoot the police department after 30 minutes of shopping in a supermarket.
So yeah. No.
That's the best roll ever. Not only are there 2 10s in it, but their end result was 69. Okay.
Their end result was 69. That was a pretty great roll.
You see Claire awkwardly putting on jacket. Strap. Oh.
Also,
Puts it on backwards.
I'm going to resist the urge to say katana. Do I have? Can I have a kukri? Although I really want to say katana.
Literally, slashing weapons are the way to go. This is one of the few times where you would actually be more justified having the weeb weapon.
Okay. Because I want a fucking katana, but I don't want to be that weeb yet. But at the same time,
you could get a gross messer. It's kind of like it's a European, single-edged slashing weapon, but it's a little bit heavier at the end, so it cuts through better. It's German for big knife.
But at the same time, the katana for the weeb points, man. Gotta put that style points.
Man.
There you go. Besides some living equipment.
Oh man, there's so many Mosins. You go down to the local like sports goods places, like at least 3 or 4 Mosins.
Altair's pretty much going to equip himself with a P90 flashbang and a katana on top of, and he's going to take out. I'm sorry, one last thing. He's going to take out the long black jacket.
Does it have like a hood and like a hidden blade, Altair?
No. It doesn't have a hood. It's more like a blade jacket.
Hey, what
like
happened
a leather
to
trench coat black jacket?
Oh.
Think more Matrix.
Sunglasses at night and everything?
Yep. Sunglasses, white hair, long black jacket, and suit, like white tux, white dress shirt, and like black pants underneath.
I know kung fu.
Ridiculous. Alright, I'm gonna like draw a rough vaguity of the kind of street that you're in for you. So give me a sec.
You need a name like Proteus or something.
Is Third still not back yet? Holy shit.
She's probably dealing with borks.
I've had a whole
Sometimes
time to turn myself into a one weeb army.
Claire will look a bit put out to be having stuck in the van, but then remembers what her profession is.
Oh yeah, that does remind me. Altair will put the semi-auto shotgun in her hands, just in case.
Does she even have the strength to use one of those?
Probably not.
She has a 2 strength, I think.
It's Zaire.
She doesn't have enough. Yeah, it's Zaire.
Okay,
but
so she can't even use it. I want to kind of give it to Lee, but I'm not sure if she's even trained in gun style that well.
She can't even use like a 45. She uses like a little 9mm mini bolter.
Damn. Okay, well, Zaire is going to put the shotgun in her hands and tell him in character that you can't use this.
Is it possible? Are there even any bracing rules in this game?
I think I did see bracing rules, but I don't remember them off the top of my head.
She pulls the trigger and it whips up and smacks her in the head and knocks her out.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, bludgeoning damage is useless to you, so you can just keep getting hit in the head with your own gun and be okay.
Bonk. Bonk. Bonk.
But I mean, are you gonna in character tell me she can't use this?
It'll be a bit awkward for her. I don't think I can use this. Zaire. I almost called you Altair again.
Yeah. I started a bad habit. Zaire kind of like pauses while I'm putting on his jacket and like turns to her and she's like, "What do you mean you can't use that?"
I'm not strong enough for an assault shotgun. She awkwardly sets it aside and pulls out her little 9mm mini bolter. This is the only thing I know how to use.
What exactly has been the extent of your training?
Shooting range sometimes? I once read a book about how to be super accurate.
Zaire kind of just looks a little bit dumbfounded and rubs his chin, and then he's gonna say, "I see why Rose refers to me as meat shield. I need to do my job well to protect everyone." It seems.
Well, what are we talking about? I was catching a golduck. I completely spaced out.
Seriously?
So Zaire handed Claire a gun that I'm pretty sure is like a 4 strength. And she was trying to explain that she wouldn't be able to use it.
Okay.
So, to catch you up, there is probably a hunter on our tail. The plan is for you and Lee to go and investigate, and I'm staying out with the van to make sure to watch the front door. And pretty much, I've suited up with katana, P90, and black jacket hole to get ready to fight this hunter whenever he decides to show up.
Yeah, just throwing this out here. I am no good in a fight.
I know, that's why Zaire Mitchell is now explaining why he understands why Rose calls him Meat Shield, because he needs to protect everybody.
Claire has 1 dot in firearms? she basically has a target pistol. You know.
I mean, this makes sense to me out of character, but Zaire has assumed for the longest time that you are all like freaking badasses.
One eye, remember? No depth perception. Gun's not good.
That, Rose, is why the plan is for me to back you up when we head into the building. You aren't going in alone.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And the hunter is outside, right? Like across the street or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna pull out that shotgun I took from the last place.
And with those 6 successes I got, do I still kind of know the general area of where the hunter was lurking about?
Okay, he was in a second floor window in the building right here. Can you see his icon up there?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, he's literally on the second story, and he was looking, and he didn't know that you were looking at him. Since you started gearing up, he has apparently disappeared from that building. Does anyone else want to make wits composure?
Sure. I'm
pretty good at casing giants.
You're lucky I have to guard my friend. Otherwise, I would show you who is the real hunter.
Alright, Rose. Zaire starts gearing up, and Timothy has made it relatively clear that Zaire and Claire should chill with the car while you two sneak into the building that is supposedly Etienne's.
Okay.
You're looking over that building. I described to the others that there was a boarded up window. It's on the first floor of this. It's 2 semi-detached houses. So they're only connected to each other, and there's room for where they could have been with other houses. Just these two. Looks like one of those multiple occupancy houses where you've got a bunch of tenants in one place. Otherwise, it's very posh and middle class, except for the very recently boarded up window. There is a bunch of light peeks out through the cracks of this boarded up window for a moment. You suspect it's like a flashlight going across it from one side to the other.
It's a rookie mistake.
Yep.
Never point the flashlight at the windows. Come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a boarded up thing, so easy mistake to make.
Is this the? Well, I just out of curiosity. I know I probably didn't see that, but are we talking about the building to the right or the left?
This one, the Etienne building.
Okay. Also, +3 black points to third for knowing that.
Okay, that's racist. I'm a thief. That doesn't mean I'm black.
Well, I mean, it just means that if you were a good thief, you would follow more black tendencies.
Why, are you also going to take the boots off a dead man?
I mean, let me just put it this way. The reason why you never hear about the black Grandmaster thief that gets caught is because they never get caught. They're like ninjas.
You can say the same about white Grandmaster thieves.
I mean, you hear about them all the time because they do a bad job.
If they were a Grandmaster thief, would they really get caught?
Exactly.
But how can you say, you hear about them all the time when they never get caught, so you don't hear about them?
Yeah.
If you never hear about them, then how do you know they exist?
Because obviously, I mean, what else are we going to put our talents for? I mean, come on. We practically just disappear at night. We've got the advantage already. And
that is true.
Wow!
We've already proven through basketball that we jump higher than everybody else. I mean, Jackie Chan had one on us, but that was mostly parkour.
Parkour?
Parkour.
Parkour?
Also, I just want to mention, you can't be racist if it's true, and I'm done.
I mean, well played.
It's still a little racist.
It's still pretty racist.
But since you're black, I guess you get away with it.
Yeah,
exactly.
This time. But you're also steadily burning through your ability to play the race card. It's like a resource and you're spending it. Timothy Lee asks if he can have one of the P90s off of Zaire.
Yep. Zaire will Like, just do the little bro toss to him.
Roll to look cool.
No,
Nah, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Turns out the safety was off, and then it goes off.
That
And
would
after
suck.
this, you have to make sure to hug like bros. You know, do the bro hug. And remember, 2 pats on the back. 3 makes it weird.
Wait. Actually, what's Lee's strength?
2,
Damn it. Okay, never mind.
which is enough to use the P90 but not the auto shotgun.
Because if you had bulging muscles, you could have done the bro high five.
Dylan,
Oh,
you
the,
son of a bitch.
Yeah, that.
What, they got you pushing too many pencils at the Elysium?
You could also do the Full Metal Alchemist.
Yep.
Yeah. I was thinking of that
Colonel
exact image.
Armstrong.
The Armstrong.
But they just shred
They
their
just-
shirt
they
by
just-
sheer muscle.
They have a bro down.
They understand each other through the conversation of muscles.
Absolutely.
Conversation of muscles.
Muscles. It's time to pump.
Up
you
the
up.
jam. You're going to get
That's an old
jacked.
reference right there. That's old.
It
That's
is.
TF. I remember TF2 making that reference.
Alright, anyway.
Not TF2.
No.
Star.
There we go. I found it.
Yep,
That was SNL. Way back in the day.
I approve of these muscles. Enjoy that stream.
Ah,
Soak it
Joe's a
in.
muscle fan.
Not really on dudes. I mean, fucking. I like him. I like him. Tomboy girl.
All right.
Oh yeah, nice muscle girl.
I like a muscly girl. Bit of punk to her as well.
I apologize once again for derailing.
Sorry, my brain is in entirely other places now.
That is RP, man.
Yeah.
Derailing all the time.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay. So plan of action then.
Zaire is still unguarded by the van.
So
Try to lean against it, looking like he's just being casual, when really all he's waiting for is to start a fight. He will lean on this side, so he's not such an easy sniper target.
Yep. I'm gonna put some turns in, by the way. This is not initiative. It's just so that you guys can pick what you're doing in an order, so that we don't get mixed up as we go.
Okay. It's not initiative, but it's going to be.
but it's initiative. So we're
Should we
being
do
tracked.
initiative rolls to put into it?
No. Well, if you want to choose who goes first, yeah, then have a fucking bro down. Go for it.
I'm basically just gonna be waiting by the van. You can go first.
No, please, after you. Everybody's like, no, you go ahead. No, you go
Okay.
ahead.
Claire was told to stay in the car and keep watch. That's what she's gonna do.
Timothy Lee. Actually, no. It should probably be in that order since you two want to go into the house. There you go.
If
Doing
we're
it.
being watched, we better be quick.
Yep.
Cops might be just around the corner. If he's calling the cops.
Hard to say. Anyway, Timothy.
I have a feeling it's not the police that he's calling. And Timothy will start heading towards the door of the road.
Doorway.
Who else could it be?
Doorway.
P90 concealed
Doorway.
under
Doorway.
long coat and
Doorway.
attempting to use face in the crowd to blend in and not appear obviously armed with automatic weapons.
Okay. What's the type of role for people trying to look through facing the crowd?
Are they humans?
Not confirm.
If they're humans, I don't believe there even is a role unless I am... Well, actually, yeah, there's... Yes, if I'm specifically calling attention to myself. Hold on.
If a kindred is concealing their beast, do they just show up as kind?
I don't know. I suspect that there are still signs that they are kindred. If you don't have everyone around must make a... Okay, penalized by obfuscate. Okay, how many obfuscate dots you got?
Only one.
Okay. Totally wasn't rolling in the story in the GM roll thing. It's cool. Go ahead, Timothy. What do? You've walked up to the door, or scooted over to the door, facing the crowd.
Yep.
Oh, nice. I forgot you had that.
Yeah, that's one of my two things. The other is awesome power over shadow. Tim will knock and then wait for Rose.
What? Ah. Knocking when the place has been broken into?
All right, Rose.
Oh, wait, it's been broken into?
We saw somebody walking around with a flashlight in there, right?
Correct.
Can I take that back? Sorry, I missed that.
All right, sure. And also, this here is the boarded over window. I'll just cover that in brown.
Yeah, sorry. But I heard, like, boarded over window, flashlight. I didn't think it was this building. Because
sorry.
nothing indicated a boarded over window.
I will also go up to the door and quickly produce thieves' tools.
Okay.
What am I, D&D? Pull out my lockpick.
I was just saying, you mean a pack of lockpicks?
Yeah.
Go for it.
And I closed my sheet by accident.
Yay!
Alright, so Dix and Larsener.
Larkenny.
Oh my god, they killed Larkenny! You bastards!
Okay. The door, when you push the tools in, does not appear to be locked. However, when you open the door, you are just in time to stop it when it pushes gently on a string.
Ooh, trap.
Yep.
Alright. Spit on my hands, rub them together.
Aren't you wearing gloves?
So?
Okay.
I mean, she doesn't
gotta
get
do
spit
it
on her
anyway.
hand. Yeah, she did mean she doesn't get spit on her hands. Great.
And if they're leather gloves, you still do that to increase tensile thing, because especially if you like put cleaner on gloves and stuff like that, they tend to get slippery.
Hooray.
But, then I will
Well, I
buy
was wondering. Sorry.
my skeleton key.
That's a good point. I don't think Kindred just naturally... no, well, they're able to speak, so they must naturally be able to form saliva when they need it. Just like they can
yeah.
breathe in when they need to do talking.
Do you... Like, that would be so uncomfortable.
All the time, yeah.
Like, having a permanently dry mouth.
I would be using all my vitae all the time to keep the blush of life
Yeah,
going.
to put into blush of life. Yeah, God.
Yeah, no. It's for the same
That's
reason
the
that
real reason why
Kindred can talk, is that they force themselves to breathe in and out so they have air to talk with. Likewise.
That's the real reason why
Like what-
vampires have so much blood, because they
Yeah.
don't like dry mouths.
Yeah, they hate a case of dry mouth. There you go.
Having enough vitae gives you the ability to produce like ichor.
Oh, shoot. That should have had 2 more attached. So,
Yeah, just roll 2d10. Excellent, so that's 3 successes. Okay, great. You are able to get your finger in the door and slide up the string which appears to be hooked into a loop. You just...
This was skeleton key.
Wait, you did the skeleton key? Oh, sorry. Yeah, fuck it then. There is. I don't even think that's just a sound cue. Presumably, there is no longer a trap. The string doesn't seem to be pressing down on that door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you opening the door all the way up?
Yep.
Okay. When you open the door all the way up, you can see that written along the wall is a bunch of runes, and there is a string that's going straight through all of them. And for some reason, the string has sort of not been peeled away from those runes. It's detached itself from the door without, setting off this trap. Whatever these runes are meant to do, they haven't broken the circuit, quote unquote.
The fuck kind of shitty trap is this? No gun, no explosives?
I think it's a magic one, Rose.
Please,
may
magic
want
doesn't
Claire.
exist.
The vampire who's in denial about magic.
Alright, Clay, you're up. They're fiddling around with the doors.
Alright, this is important. Does the van only have the windows in the front?
Only has the windows in the front.
I would assume.
Oh, do
Zaire,
you do
what?
tell?
I would assume that Zaire, in the like, he would rather have like reinforced the windows and like tinted them, because obviously he doesn't want people looking into it. And so, chances are there's only windows in the.
Well then, Zaire, are you like in the front of the van, looking around?
I'm kind of like at the side of it with the door slightly open, because I did actually
Alright.
plan for Zaire to talk to you.
And the back windows, do the back doors have any windows, or are they just armored slabs?
They're just normal slabs.
Okay. Alright, because that was the other thing I was gonna do. Alright, because presumably Claire was sitting in the back. If there's a hunter, it might not know that she's in there, so she's going to try to get herself in a position where she's mostly hidden, but also able to see out to, prepare for, any attack. Otherwise, I was just gonna have her do the same thing, but looking out the back windows. But
Okay. Stealth followed by wits composure.
raw stealth, yeah.
Yep. Just see if you've got any sneaks to you, because it's kind of an awkward way to get a sneaky and still
Yeah,
be able to see out.
It wouldn't be dex stealth, just stealth.
How dexterous can you be in a car?
I was thinking of just with all that equipment. Anyways.
Fucking well done.
I'm the sneakiest. Alright.
Yep.
And then look out. So
Yep.
that's wits composure.
That's right.
Alright, just make sure.
We make
Three
Okay.
successes.
From where you are, it's hard to get a good look at this building. Luckily, Zaire's kind of got his eye over there. You notice that lights are coming on in these other buildings here, though. These three at the bottom.
Oh, I will relay that to Zaire. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Lights are coming on.
Well, there we'll see this. And how many lights are coming on? And like, are they just building lights coming on, or are there like people coming to the windows or something?
It's a mishmash, frankly. It looks like this one's lounge window, like their dining room window going out, looking out onto the road. This one's a bedroom window, and that one is like two windows, I suppose. It's sort of like their bedroom window, and then someone has like there's a longer pause, and then someone goes downstairs or something. You would assume when another light comes on.
Okay.
Also, because it's important, she does have her gun out once she was told there was a hunter.
Yep, cool.
Okay. So, first question: are there any dark alleys? Because I feel like if the vampire knew that there was a possible confrontation with the hunter, they would probably go somewhere that there weren't like easy windows for people to see, look out, and be like, "Oh, what the hell is happening?"
Looking at this, you like it's an open street and a bunch of houses. You're literally in like fucking nuclear family suburbia. There's no like creepy alleys, at least nowhere that you can see. You could wedge yourself between two houses. There's definitely enough room for one person to walk down that line.
Yeah. Oh well, so it seems like either way it'll have to be a flashy and quick confrontation. Hopefully, no one just have to get out. But Zero will take the walkie-talkie, and start like signaling in, and basically say, if you're hiding inside, do not worry about coming to picking up the radio. I'll just talk to you. And he waits a moment to see if Claire actually picks up and receives back. Because I assume that's easier for her to keep stealth.
Claire is crouching right behind you in the van.
Oh, I'm outside of the van.
Oh, okay.
You had the door open a bit though, right?
Yeah, I have the door.
I thought we were like within whisper range.
Okay, well, if you were in whisper range, Zero just
I didn't know. I thought you were like standing outside of the door with it just like ajar and leaning against the door frame.
he is. He's leaning against the door.
Yeah, because you said you radioed Claire, and I was like, well, I'm right here.
So okay? So basically, Zero goes. So you're saying you've had no real combat training whatsoever?
I've gone to the firing range a few times.
This keeps surprising me. Well, I suppose this is something that is common in life.
I am a professor.
Everybody keeps saying their job profession as if it's supposed to excuse lack of combat training.
Sigh.
Either
Timothy, you're out in the open. The door is open.
Yeah. Tim will cautiously start stepping in, trying to be as quiet as possible and examining these runes on the wall. So, Dex, stealth, and then into cult.
Yes, please. Okie dokie. You slinky slink in.
Damn it. No, I'm not taking a dramatic failure on that.
Are you
feel
sure?
like it will blow up.
Are you absolutely certain?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like yeah, no, absolutely not.
Excellent. Alright. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck those runes do. Rose.
Yes.
Timothy
Slinky
appears to
slink.
be moving with a modicum of quiet that you didn't know him capable of before.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
You definitely didn't
Not
knock
real-
that door after all. Didn't knock it. It's all good.
Not exactly my forte, but I'll try to be quiet as well. Typically, I go after houses that are vacant. Slink on in, check down the hallways.
Wits composure. With +1 trained observer.
How about tits composure?
How composed are your tits?
How calm have your tits been this
My
entire
tits
time?
pretty calm.
Glad to hear it.
They're that calm.
Oh, that is calm as hell. Okay, excellent. You don't hear anything from the rooms here. There is shuffling from somewhere over here. And you think you can hear breathing going on in this room here. Sounds shallow, though. You can
Which?
smell blood.
Which room?
This one right here next to you.
Okay. I will motion to Tim that I hear somebody in there.
He will nod in return.
Do the doors have like names over them, or you said this was
No,
like
there
a?
are numbers on the doors, like tenancy numbers, but no names written down.
So then I will kind of hide around this wall.
Yep. You can see the door here is ajar. Actually, it's a door, but it's also slightly open.
I was gonna make that joke, and I'm
Yeah,
so
I
glad
know.
you did.
I know. I know you too well, and was like, if I actually leave that open, that pun is just free for Lily, and she's gonna fucking leap right on that bitch.
What was the joke?
But the door's ajar.
Where's that from?
It's
It's just wordplay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's wherever words came from.
Oh, the door.
It's like, call me an ambulance. You're an ambulance.
Oh, okay, that's what he meant.
The door is ajar. What's it holding?
But is it open?
Yeah. Claire's, you're up.
All right. I think she's just going to continue doing what she was told, hide and look around for things.
Okie dokie. By the way, this house's door is right here.
Basically, the rest of the party was, for the love of God, nerd, just stay in the van.
Yep, excellent. Zaire.
Zaire is going
Do I
to...
need to roll again? Just the question, or just use my previous ones?
I mean, you can make a fresh one if you're looking for any new information. At a glance, though, like, nothing's changed. Your position hasn't changed, so it's not like you could have missed a detail between that round and your round right now, so...
Alright. The only thing I will do is I will have told Zaire not to make any motion like he's heard me, so that if anyone is watching us, then they won't think there's someone else in the van, and hopefully I can, get the drop on them or something in the worst case scenario. And other than that, I will ask how the back doors of the van are closed. Are they bolted shut, locked, so someone doesn't just try to, move through the back of the van.
Okay. Alright.
The doors.
The armored back doors, are they like bolted shut from the inside?
Yeah, they're like bolted shut.
Okay.
Man, okay. So if she's gonna be like super stealth and not want me to talk, I was about to go boss and try to teach her some general gunplay rules. But
well, you can make it look like you're just talking to yourself.
I mean, I can, if that's what you want. All right. Well, yeah, Zaire will go. I hate to be the strict teacher. Remember the time back at the bar with the Brides of Dracula? You fired too quickly. Oh yeah, I can't wait for you to actually reply. Zaire will kind of just like look up, casually look around the houses, keep seeing which lights are coming on. Are there actually more lights coming on?
No. Now it doesn't appear that any further lights are coming on. Although one of the figures that were looking out the window has moved, and is technically no longer in sight. Although you saw the direction he moved in, so I'm just going to leave his icon there. That's where you last saw him. He's probably not stood right there.
Dramatic eye strain. Well, either way, my point is, in combat, it is not who fires first, but who fires the best. You need to keep yourself composed in case anything goes wrong, as I will have to rely on you. And just so I'm not like going on, cut to...
Yep. Timothy.
All right. Tim will move up to about there again, trying to be as stealthy as possible, and will inspect that door, see if there are any traps on it.
It is open.
It is slightly open. More importantly, when you walk up to that spot, can you make a stealth check for me?
I'm gonna spend a point of willpower here.
Okay. Alright.
I am very glad I did.
Nice.
Okay. Alright, I mean, they didn't beat you. This door, like, right in front of you, like ahead, is open, and there is a person in there. He does not appear to have noticed you. He is looking around the room for, like, something. He is dressed in a familiar, like, very Bloodborne-esque leather garb, and he's got a whole bunch of tools, like, hanging off of him. He's obviously trying to be quiet. He's got a torch in one hand, and he's, like, rummaging into a bookcase.
Oh, I forget that you guys call torches, flashlights, torches. I was like,
Flashlight, sorry, yes.
You actually have a legit torch.
Yeah,
But
you just about see like a guy moving around in that room over there. He has not noticed you himself.
Okay. Tim will probably shouldn't use radio this close to him. He'll probably hear the voice, but he will attempt to indicate back to Rose with gestures, but is just confirming there's one man still in that room.
Okay.
I will make a bonking motion with my hands.
Timothy, do you want to try and go up and bonk him?
Can I attempt to on this turn?
You've only like barely moved, so I'll say yes. Like the reason the turn order is in place just so we can everyone gets a turn to do shit. Like right now is the Timothy and Rose show, so.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Tim and Rose, it's Tim and Rose. They're the strangest couple that you've ever seen. Tim and Rose, Tim and Rose. Look at their wacky friends. One is black.
Oh my god! Okay.
Okay, Timothy, there are actually going to be multiple ways that you could try and approach this guy without, like, loud, shooty stuff happening. You could try and rush up to him quickly and hit him, or you can sneak up on him slowly.
If I actually had the celerity discipline, I'd absolutely rush him, but I don't. So I think I'm gonna try to sneak up on him again.
Okay,
Dex stealth again.
correct. Well done. You needed
Nice.
to. You needed to beat his one success to get that close. Okay, yep, you're going to be able to sneak up on him. He is unaware, so hitting him is not an issue. Basically, I want you to roll, like, your damage for Bonker, right? Or you could rapier him through his fucking throat. I don't know. Whatever you fancy.
I kind of want to rapier him through his throat,
Go for it.
but I probably shouldn't, is the thing.
Hmm.
Might be useful to interrogate. Yeah, let's, like, strength weaponry.
Yep.
Damn.
Savage, this guy. That's a critical success. Wait, was that an unarmed attack, or was that just your rapier?
That was like clubbing him with the butt of the gun.
Okay, I mean, fucking critical success. Look at that shit. Green, 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 white, green, green. You club him in the back of the head and he drops like a fucking sack of potatoes. In fact, you can probably catch him before he hits the ground.
Wee little
Let's do that.
potatoes.
When you like catch him, he is heavy as shit, and there's like a liquidy sloshing sound from some of the stuff in his coat. All right, Rose.
Yeah, attempt to gently set him down.
Yeah, you'll be able to do that. Rose, you just watched your companion successfully dispense bonk.
Okay.
You can see this door is partially open here.
Yeah. What happened to the person like breathing in there?
There is still like soft, shallow breathing.
I will look pointedly at Tim and then look at the open door and be like, make another bonking motion.
The bonking motion is universal.
Everybody knows the bonking motion.
It's true. That's true. Do you want to just have Timothy go and bonker right whoever might be in there?
That's what I would like.
Okie dokie. We'll come around to them in a second. It's the Claire and Zaire portion of the show.
The black one.
One's a nerd and one's the black one. Okay.
One's a nerd, one is black. All right.
The other one's a nerd, but everyone knows a nerdy black guy is equivalent to a slightly cool white guy.
So nothing has really changed?
Nope.
Not yet. No, you guys have been quiet and not really moved around a bunch.
I'm just hoping that this stealth roll gives me, advantage on if shit goes to hell. Do another, what is it, witch composure to look around, see if
Go right
anything's
ahead.
changed.
The lights in this house go out.
Which house? I didn't see the
Bottom left.
Okay.
I will whisper relay that to Zaire.
He will nod in confirmation. Now, you fear the hunter. You are right to do this. Many Kindred are unwise and think that humans can't stop them.
Kendrick.
This is often the downfall of many of them. I know you are untrained, and I do not blame you for this. But if I need your help, when I need your help, you need to be composed, ready, able to take the shot, the right shot, and not a panic fire. Zaire will kind of look up to the building where he kind of knows the guy's searching around. Do I still have a beat on him?
You don't know where he is. That location there is where you last saw him. He is no longer there. Like, he has been obscured.
That sounds like I need a wits composure check. Actually, can I add my battle empathy from that?
No.
Okay.
You're trying to look for someone. If there was someone you were looking at and you were trying to judge what they were going to do, yeah, empathy,
Well,
absolutely.
I mean, I'm trying to, I would be guessing where would they be moving if they wanted a good vantage point against me or something, or if they wanted injury or attack.
No, tactical knowledge doesn't really come into play in the exact same way.
Okay.
It's the surveillance stakeout part of the show. Everyone's favorite.
Excellent.
Right.
God, these side episodes, you guys. All right, back to the Tim and Rose show.
They eat junk food.
Wait, but you didn't ask if I
and
wanted to
they
make that a
hold
critical.
their
Which
piss.
I'm not sure if I do, but you didn't ask.
You're right, I didn't ask. Do you want that to be a critical failure for a B?
I want to say yes,
Okay.
if only because the speech of friendship would then have to be in effect. Because now I am effectively relying on Claire.
Okay. All right then.
And for beats and stuff like that, is that just for roles like, wits composure, stuff like that? Or is that also for Die of Fate?
No, because a die of fate that fails will always go to dramatic failure if it's a 1.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like,
Alright.
I'm not going to let you downgrade a normal failure on a chance die, because that's literally always just a dice, and it could fail or it could not. And it's got dramatic failure built into it. No free beats.
Gotcha. I just wanted to know.
I'm gonna
Make
be
it
an
clear.
idiot and say, yeah, I'm gonna take that dramatic failure.
Okay. You're pretty sure that you saw a guy for a second, like, leaning out of the second story window of this building with a sniper rifle pointed at you.
Also, can beats be used to upgrade attributes or?
You get experience that can be used to upgrade things.
Yeah.
Alright, so beats
When you
are
get
only-
5 beats, you get 1 experience.
No. So how much experience would it be to take 3 strength to 4? Or
Quite a
2
lot.
strength to 3?
It is the new rank in cost, so to go to 3 to 4, I'm pretty sure you just need to spend 4. Although I'll double check later.
2 to 3, I just need to spend 3.
I believe so. I will need to double check though.
Okay.
Leveling rules I do not have off the top of my head. That book is so dense, and it's so hard to find shit in it.
They've changed it to with the whole beats thing, made things a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're pretty sure that there's a guy in a second floor window who's just fucking started pointing a rifle at you. What are you gonna do?
You know, I have some. I have a lot of faith in my car, so kind of make sure I'm still behind it, and kind of like have my hand under my gun to get it ready. I already have kind of my position now, and that's where I believe the attack is going to come from.
Okay. All right, Tim and Roche.
As I was being told to go in here and knock out the next person, right?
Yes.
Remember the base. Always remember the.
All right, you sneaky bugger. You're able to slip into the door. And you see the source of the smell of blood is an injured woman leant up against the wall, holding a huge gut wound with a pale face, breathing shallowly.
I haven't, like, have I heard what Etienne looks like?
saw a
Yeah,
picture,
so
didn't
yes,
we?
yeah,
Yeah.
Pre-transition.
yeah. You've seen a picture of her, and I believe Rose did pass on all the information in there that was seen in the tapes. Like I literally got it written in notes. Information passed on, so presumably you have bestowed the other players with the necessaries. She is dressed like a fanciful-looking hunter person, but you know, sans giant fucking gut wound. And she's bleeding heavily and looks very well halfway out of it. She has not noticed you.
Yeah. Tim will quietly step back out and say to Rose, and will mouth to Rose. He won't say aloud. It is Etienne.
Oh.
You're pretty sure he just said yeah in silent speak.
Okay. She all right?
He will shake his head and point at his gut.
She's pooping.
Huh.
Massive injuries.
Hospital?
I think so, yes.
I'm gonna walk in then.
Stealthy or not?
No.
Okay.
I'll hand Tim my shotgun. Step inside with like my hands up in a non-threatening manner.
She fidgets, looks up at you, and looks like she's about to speak, but is trying very hard not to pass out in pain.
Are you okay? Who did this?
Oof.
Sorry, what?
Big wolf.
I need to turn SCO up.
Sorry, big wolf.
Big wolf.
Yep. Sorry, I'm like slightly losing my voice now, actually.
You and Mers both.
Yeah, I've been given illness over the internet. Yeah, she says
Wow.
big wolf.
Big wolf. Like bark.
She looks you up and down, and 1 second, let's make a check on her case. She says werewolf.
Werewolves don't exist. Do you need a hospital or
I don't know that I'm going to make it to a hospital.
Okay, this might seem odd, but it could help you survive.
She narrows her eyes.
Rose will cut a wrist.
Her eyes widen.
And like offer her hand out, like, "Just drink this."
Can you make for me... what peoply skills you got? Let's see here. Oh shit. You got decent
Got a
persuasion.
lot of- yeah.
Alright. Persuasion and presence.
There's no flirting going on here, so.
No, I mean you could try and make it flirty if you if you
Nah.
picked an appropriate one-liner, but otherwise.
I mean, who doesn't like to drink a little blood before they get it on?
Do you want to make it a critical failure for me?
I don't know. I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. She pauses and goes, Wouldn't that make me one of you?
Not to my knowledge, no. When normal, I assume you're a normal human. Drink from us. They get, slightly increased healing, a little bit stronger, maybe.
Okay, 1 second while I do some GM rolls on my end.
I've never actually done it before, man.
Turning Etienne into a ghoul.
3 successes. Yeah, no, she goes, fine, hurry up. I don't know that I'm gonna last much longer anyway. Sure.
Hey. Put my wrist to her mouth.
Then she will gingerly and with no small amount of hesitation slurp. What does it feel like?
I don't know. I know the
Is-
kiss is fucking pleasurable, but this ain't the kiss.
Yeah.
And
would you have to? Wouldn't that be like under ghouls in the?
Yeah, I was
rulebook?
just looking that up. And then Adobe crashed on me. So.
Oh, of course, of course.
Alright, I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom.
after
Well,
this
addictive, blah 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 blah. Bloodborne.
297 goals. Creating a ghoul. Your character becomes ghoul and a vampire feeds her a point of vitae and invests it with a point of willpower. So I will also.
So you're gonna burn a point of willpower as well?
Yes. Which I would have regained one this morning, so
Yep.
I spent that. The ghoul receives both the point of vitae and the point of willpower to use as her own. The feeling is supremely invigorating. The ghoul feels re-energized and capable of anything.
Okay then. So you have ghouled this chick. Let's have a look here. Yep. Okay. She...
That sounds sexual.
It kind of is. Her face, which was incredibly pale with blood loss, grows very, very quickly flushed, and her pupils like dilate like fucking saucers. And she looks like she would be content to just continue to drink away from you, but that's probably not a good move. You're welcome to let her gain another vitae out of you if you wish, though.
I will give her a second vitae.
Alright. She will go absolutely to town on your wrist.
And then I will pull my arm back.
She's, like, gasping for breath by the time you pull your hand away and is just, like, fidgeting and
Focus.
shivering and...
Focus on, like, stitching your wound. Just think about your wounds getting better.
Yep, she will do so. Gradually, as she pulls her arms away from her incredibly torn stomach, you can see where her intestines are basically about to fall out. This doesn't seem to be the case now, so it's possible she'll be able to get up and move. She's in bad shape, but she's gradually recovering.
Per point of vitae, they can heal 2 bashing damage or 1 lethal damage.
Per point of vitae. Okay, let's have a look here.
So I gave her 2, so she can heal 2 lethal or
Okay,
4 bashing.
that should... Alright. So she has... do they still need to have... let's have a look here. I don't have a thing written for wounds, but we're going to bump that up to... She's probably going to burn both of those for lethal. She'll drop back down to quote-unquote 2 of 9, and she's going to recover some injury. 6. I believe 6. Oh, it's of 7. Okay. 3 of 7.
If she were full up on lethal, she'd be dead.
Yeah, she was on 1 away. She gains 2 lethal back. There you go.
That's descriptive, Merzendi.
Yeah, I mean, she was holding them in. The intestines weren't starting to fall out. They were held in place. I mean, if she moved her arm, it would have been a fucking terrible day.
Alright. Alright, come on, Etienne, let's get you out of here. Who did this? Oh, right, the wolf.
Yeah, it's at that point. Hey, Timothy, how'd you feel about a wit's composure?
Raw composure?
Wit's composure.
This guy you probably knocked out's getting back up. Try to kill you.
That wouldn't happen at all. Okay, yep, you are able to help Etienne to her feet. She's limping and obviously struggling, but is moving and not suddenly dead, so that's good news for her.
That person in the other room, is that the wolf?
Person? No, you'd know the wolf. It's fucking huge. Also, hopefully dead.
Huh. So you know the person in the other room? Oh,
Not personally. He left me for dead, the bastard. I don't care.
oh, okay. So we don't need to worry about him then. Okay.
She looks vaguely concerned, but otherwise doesn't disagree with you. Alright. Claire, Zaire.
Yeah, the best part of the show.
Absolutely.
Alright, upon seeing Zaire, like, yeah, basically what I remember was he, jumped back with his hand on his gun and flattened himself against the car, right?
Yep.
Okay, Zaire, what is that flashbang still in the car? Or did he take it with him?
Okay, so I'm sorry. I just got back from cooking, basically microwaving dinner. I heard, Zaire, do you still have flashbang?
Yep, that's all that was asked.
I asked if it was still in the car or if he had it.
I have it.
Okay. Claire will whisper to you. What do you want me to do? What's going on? Claire.
All I want you to do is calmly assess the situation. And if things start to look bad for me, do what you think is right.
Calmly assess sounds like wit's composure.
Yep. I think this is the second time now that that Zaire has immediately ascertained an invisible threat and is immediately fucking ready to party on it, actually. Okay. Claire. Now that they're close enough, they weren't originally in your line of sight. They should have been in Zaires, but for some reason just wasn't looking in that fucking direction. The dude, like, right around that corner.
I don't think it updated for me. I'm gonna have to refresh roll 20.
Okay.
It's down off.
Oh, no. It's right there. Now I see it.
Yep.
Alright. I will very quickly whisper to Zay. Well, because where are we facing? Because, you know, car's facing this way.
Nope, car's facing inwards.
This way?
Yep.
Either
Okay.
way, I'm on this side.
Yep. I will quickly whisper to Zaire that there's someone right over there. Look out.
Zaire will make no immediate reaction that he heard or understood, or now knows that there's a guy around the corner.
Okay then. Zaire, you're about to get shot at with a crossbow.
He's going to kind of casually make sure that he can see the guy within his vision, to not let it on that he knows.
Well, no, you were definitely looking up here for that sniper for whenever he makes his move. This guy is getting an attack against you. It's a good thing Claire noticed him, or he would have, like, the equivalent of advantage, whatever the fuck. I probably would have just given him even more modifiers. He's definitely taking a shot at you before you move.
A quick question, since I'm still hidden in the van, you know, I can't really get a shot on him off him, right? I can just kind of see him.
You'd have to sit up and shoot him.
Yeah, I assume that also the glass is bulletproof, so if the...
Yeah, the glass is bulletproof, so you're not shooting through that.
Yeah, so I don't think I'd be able to shoot out. I'd have to actually move out, but hopefully that stealth will do something for me.
You'll archer it and get some rebound.
Well, give me a second first. Give me a second.
What was that guy's name that he would always shoot? I fucking forget his name. Brett? Was it Brett?
I think it was Brett, yeah.
Can I give me a second? I have things I want to do.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Well, first, I'm going to take my hand from my P90 and move it back to my silencer, because I still have silenced pistol on that. And is that the attack roll or initiative?
That's their attack roll.
Well, the second thing is, you see, with CQC, I wonder if I actually have this. Give me a second.
Does CQC stop you from getting hit with a crossbow?
Actually, yes. CQC has one of the things. It has a drop for cover, which basically just lets you, as a reflexive action, dodge a fire. Yeah, in some situations, your character's best option is a tactical retreat, especially if he's inadvertently brought a knife to a gunfight. You can run for cover as a reaction to a ranged attack instead of dropping prone. You give up your action for the turn, but your character can get any cover that's within twice of his speed and hard surfaces. So basically, I get to run and try to dodge the arrow.
I do think he had you distracted. You rolled a dramatic failure. This is the cost of your hubris. He's getting a free shot on you, I'm afraid.
But Claire warned me about him.
Claire said it at all, but it means that I didn't roll plus fucking modifiers for him.
Oh, okay. That's all it took away. All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But right now, Zaire is her. What was that noising? As opposed to just not looking in the right direction and then getting an arrow in the back. Bolt. Sorry.
All right. Well, then how does this work?
You'll-
'Cause I don't know any of the rules for actually getting shot.
That's a good question too. And that was his attack thing, and it was 3 successes. I need to see how much fucking lethal is in a bolt. It's probably not going to be bludgeoning damage, that's for sure. Opening the World of Darkness book. Boop-a-doo-doo. Mama now, meow. Search maneuvering, blah blah blah. Equipment.
Also, were those rolls minus defense, or does that not happen with guns, even if it's a vest? Or I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know the
Where's
fighting
third?
rules.
What's up? Sorry? Huh?
I'm getting shot at. What are the rules for that?
Minus your defense. Usually, if you're aware of it.
Not for a ranged attack.
Not for ranged. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Only subtract your defense from melee attack.
Even if
Ranged attacks are kind of scary that way.
even if it's like a Kevlar vest for stopping bullets.
This is also a
I mean,
crossbow
this is
bolt.
providing a crossbow. So But I mean, even if, like, say it was a bullet, would I get Kevlar defense?
Like, armor does not equal defense, DC.
Armor subtracts like the damage you take.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Let's see here. 3 successes. He's fucking hitting you. No problem there. Your defense isn't applying either. Alrighty. I'm gonna need you to make a spoopy special check, because this isn't just an average bolt. This is someone who is prepared to come and fight a fucking vampire. What skill would you like to use to be very, very quick and pull this bolt right the fuck out of you before it does a bad thing to you?
Probably medicine. So I know how. I don't know. Like, would that help in me knowing how to pull out the bolt quickly without hurting myself more?
That would be one way to do it, yes. I would say medicine, but then still dexterity, because you need to take it out correctly regardless.
All right. That is a lot of fucking dice.
You have got a lot of dice for it.
Watch me get no successes. Let's rock. If my character sheet will not close down.
Wow, 3 turns to reload a crossbow?
Holy shit, that's a lot. Give me a second. My roll thing is being weird. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. Okay.
This bolt barely sinks into you before you yank it back out and throw it away. And then the bolt bursts into flame.
Damn. I'm glad I got 8 successes then.
Yep. Look at that. Also, the dices that weren't fucking 8+ were 1s.
Wow.
10, 2, 1. 8, 10, 10, 9, 10, 1. 10, 1, 2, 10.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why that one rolled.
That's fine. Just using up all that dice karma. Yeah, you take 3 points lethal.
Alright.
But you are not immolated, which is good news.
I'm not fucking on fire.
Yeah. That would be terribly bad for you.
Also, third, how do reactions, I assume they're kind of like free moves. And from 3.5, like they don't take up a full action.
I think, yeah, it's just something you do on someone else's turn.
Yep.
Oh. Dang it, CQC. I swear I'm going to use CQC drop to cover one of these days. Even if it's not this fight. One of these days. But, where's my HP? 1, 2, 3. Wait, no. How's that work? Oh my god.
You
And
could
also-
probably use that CQC now.
Oh, right,
you're
sorry,
aware
yes,
of-
it was 3 bashing, not 3 lethal. My bad. Which is much less bad for you.
Vampires take bashing from firearms.
I mean, this was a crossbow bolt.
That's why it's like crossbows literally have the thing where they stake vamps, so I
So
figured
is
it was
still
lethal.
lethal or I don't know.
I thought it was lethal. What damage does a rapier do?
I was pretty sure vampires took bashing damage from all mundane attacks.
Oh,
I
no.
thought it was lethal damage from like an enchanted bolt. But you know, I haven't read the thing that much.
I also thought you took a special kind of damage for blades. Because blades are like the best thing to use against vampires because they don't do bashing damage, right? They just...
Yeah, that's why I'm pretty sure a crossbow bolt is playing along the same rules of it's not a bullet. It's not hitting you at tiny things. It's trying to stake you at range.
I mean, my assumption is that this is a very special, like, meant to lacerate bolt that's basically going to cut into me.
Not lacerate, definitely penetrate.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a vampire hunter, wouldn't they have like a huge arrowhead to try to like pierce a lot of skin that's like super edged and everything?
No. In general, you want it to penetrate. You want it to move fast. You don't want a really, really, really big broadhead on something that is resistant to harm.
Yeah, because if that's the case, I kind of say it would count along the same lines of a bullet because a crossbow shaft wouldn't be much thicker than like a particularly lethal bullet, would it?
Just the way that they act, though. And god damn it. Oh look, I'm fairly.
looking for it.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, please.
Page
All right.
90.
90.
At least I think it's 90.
Let's have a look here. Time for the book check-in game. Because Dan doesn't read her shit. When a sword size to a kindred body is just a vampire standing, this is more of a visceral spirit. The kindred body blessing influence gas. Lastration still happens with blistered cuts. Splash of life, they bruise and bleed like normal, blah 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 blah. Mostly includes harm, certain supernatural punishment and skills most unfair. Let's see here.
Kindred only take bashing damage from many sources that would normally cause lethal damage to humans. This includes most non-supernatural weapons. A sword slices through a kindred body the way that it would a human. It's just that vampires don't have the same need for stable flesh, working organs, and intact blood vessels.
Okay. Yeah, you take 3 bashing.
All right. Thank God I'm not on fire.
Yeah,
All right,
no, the fire is definitely the scary part. All right,
Now
and now
this-
yes, you can act.
Okay. Well, drawing a gun, because I still have to do that, is pretty much your turn. So instead of doing that,
I thought you had quick draw.
I do, but only for blades.
Oh,
So instead of drawing my gun, I'm going to. How far away is he? Yeah, he's definitely within my eye movement range. What are the rules for like a running attack?
You just attack him. There's no special magic to it, and you don't have celerity, do you?
No.
Just you run up and hit him. You cast sword.
Yeah, I cast sword. Now, I also want to try to basically shoulder tech him while I'm stabbing him, so that way we move deeper into the alley. And because I'm still thinking of that sniper up there, and I
Okay.
want to give him.
All right, I'll give you that. Do your attack. If you successfully hit him, you can also attempt to grapple.
Okay. So this will be dexterity and weaponry. If weaponry will be selected. If weaponry, okay, there we go.
I believe in a thing called love.
Only one success.
Let's see here. Do you roll your defense against successes, or is it just the success has to
I think
beat their
you-
defense?
I think you minus your roll against their defense.
Yes.
I thought you reduce your dice pool by their defense. I thought.
Yeah, that's what
Correct.
I meant.
Should have asked then. Sorry, my bad. I didn't realize that. If anything, the 8 happened in like the first 3 dice, it would have hit. Go ahead.
All right. So,
And then
Oh.
also make a grapple check.
okay, that would be strength plus roll, I guess.
Yep, strength and roll. And this would also be minus the defense.
What's the minus to defense?
2.
Okay, so let me put in modifier -2. Success.
Well done. You'll be able to tackle him out of cover.
Now let me. Crap. No, I have on my weapons list for blades. I have on the weapons list for my basic like holdout knife, but I don't know the damage for katanas. I assumed it was 2.
Sounds about right. You take 2 lethal?
yeah, I think katanas were too. I think I remember reading swords and stuff like that.
Is that like do you add successes or anything onto melee attacks? I don't know. It's been a while.
No. You just hit him. Deal damage. Ow. Okay. Timothy.
It's the Timmy and Rose.
You just watched Rose. You just watched Rose ghoul this bitch.
You do add successes to the damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
Scout, read the bloody book.
I will do. I'll get around to it eventually. If I can just gain all the book's knowledge by osmosis of making everyone else look at the rules for me. Anyway, yes, Timothy, you've just watched Rose ghoul the shit out of that girl.
Okay.
I think we've outstayed our welcome here.
Just a little, yes.
Get
And she walked.
her some medical attention.
Can she walk?
She's on Rose's
yeah.
shoulder, but she can walk.
Damn it. If we had a little more time, I would like to bring the other fellow for interrogation. As it
Hey, if you want to
is-
grab him.
Yes. Timothy would raise an eyebrow at you and say, well, you'd best be providing covering fire.
Hmm?
If outstaying our welcome is, well, if it continues to escalate, and Tim will go and attempt to drag the fellow he knocked out.
Okay, I mean, you're a vampire, you're strong.
Ish.
Ish. How strong is Timothy? Let's have a look here. Strength 2. Okay, you're not like actually quite swole. Yeah, make a roll for me
Average
instead.
human.
Yeah, your average human strength. Make a roll for me.
Strength athletics?
Yep. Yeah, alright. You'll be able to keep up with Rose and Etienne. I mean, technically she's moving at half rate anyway because she's got dead weight with her. You're not going to be completely weighed down by carrying this dude. You can fireman carry him over his shoulder and her foot. So just bung him here with you.
Then I will help Etienne out.
Okie dokie. Move to where you are and then I'll just drag Etienne after you.
The head right toward the mystery machine.
Okie dokie. There's a smell of charcoal in the air. There's a smouldering bowl over here, although it's hard to tell what it is. It just looks like charcoal, and Zaire has just sprinted around the corner.
Yeah, I think things have gone tits up here. Are these your people, Etienne?
Not any fucking more.
Okay, fair enough. To the mystery machine. Couldn't we get there in this turn as well?
Yeah, you're basically just spending the turn moving. I'm not going to take time out from you for
Okay.
huffing it.
Well, I mean, oh yeah, if you're running straight,
Just like go right for the side door.
Yep.
There's a side door.
Claire will there's a child lock though, so be careful. You know Zaire rolls with the child lock on.
I didn't say anything, did I?
He could never figure out how to turn it off.
Look, you just push in and then pull the door handle out. It disengages the child lock. I've tried. I'm doing that.
What do you think I've been doing?
Look, innie, outie, outie. You're not going in and then out enough. I am.
Obviously, he wouldn't have a problem with this because Zaire loves his car and has probably gone in and out with it several times.
Wow.
I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my van. Okay, yeah.
Alright, so
Claire,
who are
they might need a hand getting into that van quickly.
Alright, so they're trying to get into the van from like the front? Like
From the
front
side.
doors?
door.
From the side.
The side door. I will quickly open the side door. Is the van running? Did
No.
you leave the key in the ignition? Alright. Well, Claire briefly, thinks, hey, maybe
Well,
I
he
should
did-
shoot at that. Maybe I shouldn't shoot at that guy. First of all, we don't know if there's any more, and crossbows are fairly quiet, so she's just going to start up the car.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I left the keys in there.
Yeah. All right. Gonna start up the car, and I think she does have ranks in driving.
You guys want me to drive
you?
Oh, yeah. You probably have way more ranks than she does. She only has enough ranks to drive a car.
Actually, you don't need any ranks to drive a car.
Yeah, that's for special like chase drive.
Yep. It's the same idea as D&D. It's like you don't need a ride skill to be on a horse, but if you want to do anything other than fall off when a fight starts, you probably want points in it.
I have 2 points in drive.
Yeah, I would have taken if I had known that. Would have spent that point in drive. I thought one thing just meant you could drive. Oh well. Anyways, she will spend her action helping Rose get into the driver's seat.
Yep, cool.
So it can happen all really quickly and pull in Etienne after her.
Yeah, Claire Etienne is suddenly being pulled into the car. There's a new face.
Etienne, Claire, Etienne.
Bonjour.
How you doing?
Ow.
Let's get out of here.
Say
Oh
yeah,
yeah, that does look like it would hurt.
Timmy.
All right.
Let's
Did that
go.
expend my entire action? Cause
Yeah.
You also got the car started up as well.
yeah,
That's
because I was wondering
actually-
if I needed to like jump through the back and unbolt the back doors so they could just jump in. Since
I thought-
it seems like the front seats are being taken up.
I
by
thought it was like
Etienne and-
solid metal in back.
I thought like
Was it?
turns into combat were like 3 seconds in
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Combat.
She's literally pushed open a door, hit the ignition, so that's her turn. So yeah, you're up.
All right. Now, I've been waiting for this. This motherfucker has armor, doesn't he?
Yes.
See.
Is that
All
the
right.
sound of a trap card activating?
That is the sound of a fucking trap card activating. All right. So, third rank in CQC, which just leveled up with last game's speed. So, any points of armor he has, when I try to grapple him, because I'm about to try to
Yeah.
CQC grapple him, get added onto me. What's up?
Leveled up with last session.
We didn't level up last session?
What?
get a beat every session. We don't get
Yeah.
experience.
No, I
every
mean,
session.
I had enough beats to get another experience, sorry.
Beats fill up and then you get experience. And then you
Yeah,
spend that
that's
experience getting CQC to 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
You had enough? Okay.
What?
Oh, I'm still confused on how leveling up worked. I thought it was.
I'm
like
surprised
4
you made 3 experience, but...
Wait. Does it cost 3 experience to level up?
Wait, CQC is...
I thought that was for attributes and the merits you...
Yeah, merits are
Oh.
1 experience per dot. Okay, you're fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 dots is 3 experience.
Wait.
There's
How many beats make up a 1 experience? Is my question.
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's,
there's
it's
no
3.
way I have more
It's 3 experience too.
Okay, so
Yeah,
never
I think
mind.
it's
I
right.
do not have that. I'm going to take that point off.
You can still totally try and kill this guy
I
though.
can still CQC him and probably succeed. It's just when CQC is 3, his armor rating gets added on to my grapple as a modifier.
So you just sort of get entangled in their own shit.
No, it's not even so I don't get entangled. It's literally the description is I am using the against them to grapple them easier.
That's what I said, you get them tangled up in their own shit, sorry.
Okay. Well, either way, I want to try to CQC this guy.
Go for it.
So, what is his defense rating? Oh wait, how did grappling work again? Fuck! It's been too long.
Yep.
Is it just opposed grapple, or do I have to take my defense?
He's like holding his weapon, so he actually can't really contest you.
Okay.
He's got a crossbow in both hands that he was hoping to start reloading after it killed
Yeah.
after it killed that damn dirty vampire, and that didn't happen. You've
So,
basically got a fish on your hands right now.
I'm doing brawl and dexterity. I have to move my sheet out of the way every time. Alright.
Okay, and this guy minus any of his fucking shit. He is not a brawler. He has our success. You take him to the ground.
Alright.
Timothy.
Well, wait. Oh yeah, that was my turn.
Well, I think I was managing to keep pace with
Yep.
Etienne, right?
Yep, you reach up to the car and Rose and Etienne have been lugged into it. I'm not going to put everyone on the fucking car icon, but you know how it is. Bloop.
Yeah.
And just
I'll
dump
attempt
that schmuck in there as well. Ooh.
Yeah.
There we go. You can hop on in after them. Hooray. Rose, what do?
Vroom vroom.
Okay, great.
Which way is the car pointing?
It is pointing that way. There is a crossing. That way leads to a main road. That way's a bit further, but will eventually lead to a main road.
Drive over to this curb. Kind of point my wheels in that way.
Yep.
Bang on the door.
Okay, excellent. Claire, you wanted to jump into the back of the van and get the back doors unbolted so Zaire could follow, right?
Yes, because that's where the doors are facing now, right?
Yep.
All right, she'll open one of the doors and reach a hand out.
Get in the
Get in the
chopper.
chopper.
Come with me if you want to live.
Come with me if you want to lift.
Starts making helicopter sounds.
Come with me if you want to not die.
Zaire, you're up.
Alright. Now, was that grapple before an exceptional success? What do you need for exceptional success on grapple?
Five successes.
Okay. So I got him grappled right now.
Yep,
I
and the
can't
door has
do
been opened right next to you.
Okay.
Dude, come on.
Let's pull this guy in with me.
Okay.
Getting a little cramped.
Make a grapple check.
Yeah, I figured I would need to. Bum, 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 bum. Oh my god, please. He has a chance.
He fails.
Just not a very good one.
You have control of him and are going to be able to move him. However, hey Clay, you're in that back seat. Can you give me a wits composure?
God damn it, Zaire.
Get in the fucking van.
I'm taking
We
this
already
guy.
had one.
Yeah, wits composure from Claire.
Oh, from me. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
There are an awful lot of like vials and dangerous looking things in that dude's coat when you see that Zaire is manhandling him. I really don't think it's a good idea to drag that dude in after you, because it could be full of fuck knows what.
Zaire, kick him out the back.
Wait, she says that. Decisions. I kind of want to ask this guy questions.
You literally have a second to decide, are you getting in the car or not?
Kick him out the back. Fuck that guy.
I will leave your black ass behind if you don't get in the van right now.
Oh, the decisions. We need information.
We already have
already
one,
have one.
Zaire.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, going in the car.
Vroom! Vroom!
Oh.
Well done.
Wait. While the car is driving away, can I make a shot with penalty with my silencer? Because I almost forgot to try to shoot this guy.
You can try.
I mean, he is a hunter. It would
He
be
is.
One last fuck you.
On his see when he is released and pushed back, he will also be trying to do something. So make your attack.
Aim for the kneecap.
How would I do that?
-4 modifier because you're in a moving fucking car.
All right.
-4.
I don't think there's such a thing as suppressive fire. in
-2
this game, is
even.
there?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of firearms. Yeah, -2. Okay.
3 successes.
Yeah, you successfully hit him. Which is good because he was pulling a glass vial out of his fucking jacket and was about to bomb throw it at you guys as you departed. Your shot takes him in the gut and he goes down. How much damage?
That gun does 2 damage.
2 damage, 3 success, 5.
I don't think you add successes on ranged attack, though. Do you?
Yes,
Hmm?
we do.
Yep.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah.
Range is really fucking scary.
Alright, he doesn't actually die, but he does go down and drop the vial that he was holding. That kills him. That kills him real hard when his entire body bursts into flame. He immediately takes a shit ton of aggravated and just is deceased.
Oh my god.
He hit one of his vials.
Yeah, he was basically pulling out to like bomb throw it at the back of your van with the open door. Like literally, I would have had to roll 5 successes for it to succeed. But you shot him and he dropped it.
And here you were sighing at me because I forgot. I had to finish him off with a knife.
It's more like you gave him a moment for like actually getting an attempt at all. Frankly, you could have just driven away with like a closed door and that'd be cool.
All of these guys are just running around with nitroglycerin.
It's because everybody was yelling at me to get in the van, so I forgot for a moment to slice his throat. So I was just like, "Oh wait, one last thing before we leave."
Yep. Okay, now, my lovely ladies and gents, we've been playing near 4 hours, so I believe it's going to be the end of this session. You will escape in a car.
Alrighty.
Actually, it's a van.
Van.
The car.
Well, it's actually a Hummer stretch limo that's been reinforced and modified into a kind of Hummer limo van hybrid that also has a shit ton of guns in it.
So you're saying it's not a shaggin' wagon?
It's not a shaggin' wagon.
There you go. Okay, so everyone gets a beat for the end of the session.
Woo!
We forgot to set up new desires.
That's right. I forgot to ask about your aspirations. Did anyone have new ones already written down?
One of mine was going to be to investigate Etienne's place.
I do remember you mentioning that. I'll let you get that. Investigate. That's one beat.
I don't think any of mine were fulfilled.
Yeah. No.
Nope.
Although you have actually made progress in that third one. I'm going to put a plus in it, so when you finally get it, it'll be worth 2 beats.
Okie dokie.
That's correct, Timothy Lee. Find a kind weather siren, no. Stop a vampire who's close to breaking the masquerade, no. Use expertise with Invictus Covenant to aid friend/party, no. DCL, you had take down an opponent stronger than me, no. Help guide the group intact to fortune and glory has not happened yet. Okay then, so I think Lily is anyone who came up with an extra beat. Don't let me forget, start of next session, which is Monday, assuming that we are all around and have the time. Wait, no, it's alternating, so, Monday after.
Is this alternating? Starting alternating? I thought it was every week until Mercendy started.
Yeah.
Okay. When is Mercendy? Oh, we don't even know when Mercendy has started. Yeah, if you were all around this coming Monday, then yeah, we'll play again.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I'll be
Like in
around.
2 days or
Yeah.
next week, Monday?
The one that's coming right on the tail end of this. The 25th.
3 days from now. Yeah.
Maybe.
Do I get?
If you're not going to be available, then say so early, so that we can just move it to the next Monday and we'll just begin alternating early.
I need to get that 3x. Man, that makes it so money. That makes it so hard to choose what I want now. Because at 3 beats, like 3 XP, you can get so much.
Yeah, it's also why increasing an attribute is fucking ridiculously tough.
Yeah, I thought that was just for attributes because that would make sense. Cause
Yeah, no, that's 4 per dot. That's a huge amount.
It's even really tough going down, getting more disciplines for Ordo Dracul. Even one I'm, Coil I'm a part of. That's 3.
Yeah, I think that CQC one will be worth it. As long as we don't get into a mass fight, I can take down 1v1 opponents pretty handily.
Just walking through this entire game doing the suplexes from Resident Evil.
Okay.
They track
Most of the
us
time
through
when
just like a path of exploded heads.
You see, most of the time when I'm trying to grapple, I'm thinking more like I'm going like behind them with their arm and putting my knife to their neck. Because I'm a Metal Gear fanboy, and that's the first thing I'm gonna think of.
Okay. Then.
All right, but for now, I do have a friend of mine who's actually begging for my attention. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go.
All right. Have fun jerking them off.
Want to play again one day.
All right. Thank you very much for playing, all of you. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. It is fun as ever, just making shit up and then watching you all bumble through. It's one of life's great joys. Storytelling this.
Helped.
No,
Claire was helpful.
you all helped. You all did a great job, actually. This is such a weird experience storytelling this game because it's I don't know the system well at all, and also so much of it encourages you guys to just make up shit as well as me that it's just delightful letting you just do a lot of the heavy lifting. It's kind of nice. It's an entirely different sensation, and I enjoy it a lot. And I hope that you guys are having fun.
Definitely.
Yep,
fun.
it's a
Fun.
whole hell of a lot of fun. I'm enjoying myself immensely.
I'm glad to hear it. And I hope the stream enjoyed watching, or if you're watching in the VOD, congratulations on making it all the way through to the end. You win a cookie. Take care.
No congratulations to people just skip to the end though.
Oh yeah, no, you actually
Fuck-
lose
fuck those
points for
people.
that. Yeah, what the fuck were you thinking,
Minus
really?
50 DKP.
Yeah, absolutely. Even maybe more than that.